so tired. I am so tired. Let me text a bunch of people. Hi, everybody. I am back. I am exhausted. Um, Let me just text a few folks. Um, let's see. Let me go over here. Winnie! I just got in, y'all. Jennifer, Katie, I literally just got home from Houston. We had to let's not well we'll get there. So I've sat down for we've been home for 5 minutes. Hey Jolie, hey Steph. Basically my sister, hello Erin. My sister's been watching the babies and she was like, I said, can you watch them for one more night? Because we cannot get to your house. Because it's like 9 o'clock right now, right? Thank you. These new glasses get a lot of attention, y'all. I love the glasses. Every day I've worn them. It has been so cool. What are you, it's holding
It's on
the
the
bag?
floor.
Oh, okay, it's fine. Just stuff it over there. Um, I am so tired. Um, Tired in a good way. Tired. I am so happy to be home. I am like the best thing in the whole wide world is to come home and the babies are here. So Jenny watched the babies, so she drove them up. And James said, "Did she drive them up because she wants to sleep tonight?" I'm like, probably. Cause Mr. Pugsley is very needy and he harassed poor Jen.
To an inch of my life.
Jenny's always wanted to have the pets that
Are Velcro.
well that love her more than anybody else in the house, right?
They do love me. They
They
love me more than anybody in the house. At my house. I'm the good substitute human.
yeah, so I said, but you've always wanted somebody that always loves you so much. And Jenny's like, not now.
If Connor ever says he wants a dog, my husband needs to look at me and say, Pugsley. I'm like, no. We're done. He's a perpetual 2-year-old ball of energy that never stops. Ever.
Jenny was like, how do you sleep? Oh, easy. The, because there's two of us in bed. Wednesday gloms onto James, and I distract Pugsley. Hey, Luxational. So they are so happy to see their human. They were so very happy. Well, first of all, they got a car ride. They were thrilled to be on the car ride.
And French fries.
And French fries. And they got Jen called me. She's like, can they have French fries? It's fine. They're gonna harass you until you let them have French fries. Just give them French fries. They're French fry hounds. They really love French fries. It says just give it to them. It's fine. And, we normally don't, but it's fine. At some point you just have to go survive. Um, so there's so much stuff that's happened, you guys. I am okay. So I did a members live that should be archived and destroyed because I was asleep. I was so tired, Jenny. I was in my pajamas. It was so bad. It was so bad. The people who watched it, thank you. I love you. Because oh my gosh, that should have just been whatever. Oh, and the weirdest thing, guys, you know how I keep telling you I have hate watchers? Well, the video I did, the short live, the really quick live I did where I got the gift mail, it got like 5 dislikes. I'm like, really? Y'all dislikes my really whatever. I need to stop talking about it because it's just you know, feeding the flames, fanning the flames, whatever. So let me show you. Oh, let me get my. So we went to work today. Okay. So we went to Disney. James did his run. I'm gonna probably talk about this for like the next 3 days. So I'm probably skipping around 1,000 times. Lex, that's amazing. This one is when it's 9. They act like I can't. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Winnie has um currently going through an experience called kidney stones. and it's bad.
I know, Andy had surgery about that last year.
Yeah, well, she's already been in the hospital, and she already did the surgery, and she's still in like paid level 9. Yeah, yeah, she did. She does, and yeah, she's having a bad time of it. So everybody send happy, healthy thoughts to Winnie.
I'm so sorry. That's like worse than childbirth.
And she's done it like 3 times, just having kiddos. So, and she's had lots of. Anyway, so James did his run. So Disney run. Oh, will you text Keith to send him? Okay, the Disney he might probably sleeping. He's an hour later than us, and so anyway, it was a 10-mile. Both James and Caitlin have agreed that maybe a 5-mile from now on.
Yay! 10 is a lot.
Yeah.
10 biking, yes. 10 running, no.
Yeah, Winnie says, I passed this big before, but my kidneys are swollen 3 times the size of it normal.
Oh, that just sounds painful.
I was in the hospital once. Yeah, she's already, Luxation was in the hospital too? Y'all, okay, say a nice long prayer for both Winnie and Lux, and hey, healing happy vibes, because dang. So anyway, I originally had packed this bag to go with me to my trip because it is a 30. It fits everything. It's a little bit bigger than a 30. And the problem was I realized all the pants I took with me were black pants. I'm like, wait a minute. I only had the one pair of blue pants. I know, right? James laughed at me. So I had packed this the night before that morning as we were getting ready. I need to change my bag. This was wrong. Muriel, I have like 3 pair of black pants with me. I can't take a blue bag. He laughed. He totally laughed. So I changed from this blue bag. And you know what? I'm really happy I did because I forgot that the floor of the airline, the floor of the airplane itself is where the bag normally goes. And I'm like, fabric bag, fabric floor, and I don't know the last time they shampooed that floor. I don't trust those people. So like hard surfaces I get, but the floor of the airplane, I'm like, I'm not taking this one. So I put this bag to the side and I grabbed this one.
Okay, they're the same bag, different colors.
Yes, they are. So this one D Higginbotham gave me. That one I traded with Winnie. So D gave me this bag, and
she didn't have that one. I was like, wait, where did that one come from?
I got it because I traded with Winnie.
Was it recent?
About a month.
Okay, because I don't
I haven't shown it to you.
No, I haven't seen it.
So this is the bag I use, and these are all these charms other than my keys, which I need to take off. So the whole time I was at Disney,
did I tell them about the key fob?
What do you mean?
Did I give it back to you?
Oh yeah, they were there. They saw it. Yeah. So it was the whole time I had my tracker with me, I didn't have it with me.
What?
Because I put it on my handbag, and when I was out doing stuff, I switched to my chest bag, and I didn't take my keys because this has my car keys and my tracking. So James is like, "Where's your tracker?" I'm like, "In the hotel room." It's like,
like, what point of having one if you don't wear it?
So this is the one that I'm going to be using. All these charms will stay and live on this bag. I've decided this is how I love the look. Even the
I think that's
chariot,
perfect.
especially with the crybaby. So I have a crybaby, Hufflepuff, and my Labubu. So this is a Coach chain right here. So this came from D Higginbotham. Best bag ever. Hey Jen, best.
I don't know who D Higginbotham is, but her name is awesome.
She's in Jacksonville. I went to go see her last trip before this trip. We drove and visited. So she's a native Floridian who I'm like, everybody I meet in Florida is like a transplant. She's native. I'm like, whoa, you're like a rare breed. Somebody who's grew up, born, and lived and stayed. And one, yeah.
Jolie, you're correct.
He has, yeah, totally. I am a menace. Jolie can attest to this. She was with me, and we got lost just crossing the street. James would lose track of me, honestly. Hey, so this is the bag I use. So inside this bag, I have a gift for my sister because I had to carry it. The other gifts are in my luggage, so whatever. So first, before I show you the gift, because Jennifer doesn't know, it's a surprise. I want to show you this.
You hadn't shown that yet?
Well, no. You'll see. This motif, now keep this in mind, this Coach Cafe, Coach Coffee Shop motif. Now I'm going to show you when I bought my twin. Better be in here. No! Where did I put it? Oh no.
Dun dun dun.
Did I put it in my computer bag? Oh no. It's not in my luggage. Because I carried it in this, but then I moved bags. So where did, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Okay, well, I found my drugs.
The important stuff.
I had my medication, so yeah, so I can't show you what I got, Jennifer, because I don't know where I put it now.
I have stuff for you.
Goodness, it's so ridiculous. Literally, we just got home. We literally just, we got home 5 minutes before Jenny. So I'm going to throw a link in here just so StreamYard can stop yelling at me. It's just a link, a referral link to whatever. Just ignore it. It's just to get that pop up away. It's a new thing apparently. Wait, you got a twin. Winnie's making a joke. Winnie. So Jolie. Okay, so I can tell you some of the trip we did do. We did go see Jolie and I hung out, and it's so funny, okay? So Jolie met Caitlin. My friend Caitlin is our engineering friend, right? And she's our Disney buddy, and she's James's racing buddy, and she's the whole reason why we went there. And I can tell you one thing. Between flying on Southwest, having to buy an extra ticket because I'm big, taking my own cushion, not being comfortable still, even with 2 seats because my back was killing me, not enough lumbar support, TSA, the cost of having to park your car for 4 days, the Uber cost of getting from the Orlando airport to the resort and then back, and then not having a car, it didn't save us any money. It only saved us time. The only
convenience.
thing, convenience of time. And James and I completely agree that if we have 4 days to drive, we're driving 2 days over and 2 days back. It is not worth it for us to fly if we have vacation time. We don't right now, so we had to do it this way because, oh my goodness. It was, oh shoot, we forgot to do our taxes. Okay,
You
tax
file an
days-
extension.
Okay, we might be filing an extension because we forgot to do that. Thank you for mentioning that, Winnie. No, so anyway, what?
He goes, I don't recognize Jackie without lipstick.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put lipstick on.
By the way, this whole tax conversation, I do the taxes in my house. I've done them for years. Then I did something stupid. I sold Mary Kay. I love Mary Kay, don't get me wrong, but it messed up my taxes. And after that, I hired a tax person. And I've always done the taxes for my family. So this year, I got tired of asking my husband, can I have your forms? Like, can we do this? Can we get it done? I'm like, if you don't figure this out, I'm filing married separate. Like, honest to God. Like, I cannot. And so
Freaked him out, right?
this Friday, I go, honey, can you just call our tax person and file an extension? And he looked at me, blink, 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 blink. Oh, it's that time? I'm like, it's been past that time. Yes. That man's very lucky and patient.
Mm-hmm. So now we match. Okay, so when we went to Florida, so after working all day and the craziness week leading up to traveling and then leaving at like our flight didn't leave Austin until 9 p.m. So we didn't get into Orlando till past midnight.
Are you cranky?
Cranky doesn't describe zombiness of Jackie. I was in pain. I pretty much sat ramrod straight for 2.5 hours. I could not relax. I could not lean back. This angle of the seat was wrong for my spine. Even though I took my own seat cushion, I didn't take my lumbar back support, because I normally take that pillow only at the movie theater. I never thought I'd need it on the airplane. Let me put it this way. If I have a 3-hour tolerance level for pain management on an airplane.
So is Disney Japan not happening?
Never.
Seriously, even if you go business class?
Maybe. Maybe if it's not the Airbus of the sky, it's called Southwest. Southwest, the experience of TSA in a wheelchair.
Oh, that must have
and dealing with They were like, "Oh, you need to take your bracelets off," and I'm like, "No." I said, "No. Wand me down, pat me down. I don't care." They're like, "Oh, you're opting out." Yes, I'm opting out. Just I'll walk through the machine, but I'm not taking off my bracelets. And they're like, and Caitlin was like, "Oh God, this is how we get flagged by security." But of course, because she complies with everything. She's Miss Kind. She's the most kind, caring, considering person you've ever met in your life. Congenial.
Yeah, that's what I was
Just
trying to say.
very accommodating. And then there's me. And I'm the one telling the TSA agent, "No, I'm not going to take off my bracelets. That's insane." Well, I didn't say that. I said, "I'm not taking off my bracelets. Just wand me down. I do not care." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Dude, do you not understand the words coming out of my mouth?" It's like, you have metal detecting wands and female personnel. I will go wherever you want me to go. I don't care. I'm not taking off my bracelets. Yeah, it's like I am over this. It's like I don't care. I've never cared. X-ray, whatever. If I have
You're so stubborn.
There's no contra. I am a Capricorn, and I'm the year of the sheep.
I am too, but I am way nicer than you are.
I'm in pain.
I would be so embarrassed.
Pain makes you do shitty stuff all the time. And I'm like, "Look, I'm in pain. I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to be here. You're making me take off my shoes."
Oh goodness, too bad.
And they're all like, "Can you walk?" I'm like, "Yes, I can walk. Do you need a cane?" I came with a cane, but the cane they give you to walk through there is wood because it's not metal. Right? So I'm just like, "Look, just let me walk through here." These people were done. I'm telling you, it was after 9:00. I mean, 8:30ish in Austin. They're tired. I don't care if it's second shift, third shift. They're tired. I'm tired. They're dealing with crazy, and I was polite as can be. I was just firm. I was just like, "Wand me down. I don't care." And I had to say it 3 times.
When I came back from Denmark, they made me take my jewelry off, and I did it. I was so pouty about it.
I couldn't. You want me to stand there for 20 minutes and take off each bracelet? Go for it. Like you think that there's something in these metal bracelets? Go for it. Even when they walk through, they had to feel all the bracelets. Like, I'll take off my watch, I'll take off whatever, but these are silver bracelets. What do you expect? It's like, I don't know what you think these silver bracelets are going to magically do. It's like the shoes. This is why I don't buy. I think they stopped that for 10 years. They were still doing the damn shoes.
I didn't even know you didn't know.
Oh, when James had a bottle of water with him, he totally forgot. And
to me too. I had a cup.
Oh no, it's better than that too. He had a thing of about the size of sunblock. Not even thinking about it, because part of his
Running stuff.
His running gear is just having sunblock. Didn't even occur to him. Had to throw away the sunblock. Had to throw away the water bottle. I'm like,
so I bought a Coca-Cola can in Copenhagen, and what airport was it? It was somewhere in New York. No, where was I? Philadelphia? I don't know. I don't remember. Anyways, I'm going through like the international thingy, and then I had to go through the thingy. Bag through. They kept looking at me. Running the bag through. It's like, what did I do? You cannot have a can of Coke, ma'am. Well, I bought it in the airport, so no, I didn't think about it. It was in the airport. It wasn't like I bought it and brought it off the streets. It's funny. I was mortified.
when he was like, "Bill says the same as you, Jackie." He told us getting pulled over. I'm a Libra. I'm a child. I was like, "Oh no." I already have enough PTSD when it comes to airplane flying. Jennifer can attest to this. Can absolutely attest to this. I was the drill sergeant of our childhood. I was the one that says, "No, we can't stop. No, we can't look. We must get to our gate. We must get to where we have to go. We can't stop. No, we can't look. No, we can't buy anything. We gotta get to our exit." Like, seriously, I have never missed an air flight on my own fault in my entire life, and I still have nightmares about it. And I had to say, and I told James, I had the exact anxiety that I have walking into a hospital as I do walking into an airport. He goes, "What?" Smell it. He's like, what do you mean? They use the same cleaner. You walk into an institutional environment and you have a lot of issues and angst with institutional environments. Me. I walk into the airport. It's the same visceral effect and feeling as I get as I walk into any hospital in America. Now, other hospitals, maybe they use different disinfectants, but our hospitals and our airports apparently use the exact same disinfectants. Breathe. So, about you missing an airplane. And well, this was the one in Heathrow. That was the near miss. That was the near miss. Okay. It's not Jen's fault. It's not Jen's fault. Okay, so she was going to her gate at the time stated on her boarding pass. Okay, unfortunately, it's Heathrow, and she did not hear when they said, "Were you a Joyce or time or King? Jennifer King? Jennifer King, please, blah, 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 report to blah, blah, blah." Apparently, they had changed her departure time and moved it earlier.
Move the gate.
And moved the gate. She had no clue. She was like, "Oh, my gate's not till over there, and it's blah, blah, blah." And so Jennifer was like shopping, having a great time.
Well, I was buying a Wedgwood teacup for Jackie in Strawberry Fields.
Yes. So how did you figure out you were...
I was walking to my gate early and had plenty of time, called 45 minutes. And I was like, why is this area so empty? What's happening? Oh, okay, like, why are they rushing me over? What's going on?
Oh, let's show James. I can't find the it might be in my computer bag, but there should be a white thing.
Did you
wrapped
for your race?
Yeah. So James got this for his race. This is the Incredibles. See the things move in 10 Mile, and then you get a sheet of stickers, which I'm probably stealing because he's not going to use them, and I'm going to use them because look, there's a Baymax right there. Isn't it cool? And then his what do you call these things? The papers? Bib. They're called bibs. Race bib that you put on your shirt. And we bought this at the Lego store. This is James's very, very famous, okay. He watches Formula One racing. This is a Formula One racer, Williams Racing, and their driver currently is Ty. So he follows Williams Racing. It doesn't matter if they win or lose. You're a fan. You're a fan. You understand. So did you drag my computer bag in? Probably not.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
And these puppies in my car.
And these are the little 10K pips they're magnets that you can put your bib on your
Sure.
t-shirt.
Punching holes in it.
Yeah, that punching holes in it.
that.
Yeah.
So it has the 10K because you need one for each corner.
Yeah, so it's 8.
And then this is the
is that for the bib?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So James's medal,
one.
the Incredibles. Man, this racing thing is serious. There is a lot of racers, and some of them dress up for racing, which I thought was weird.
90%
like themes?
Yes.
Or
yeah, like
there was a lot of Elastigirls.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to my very scary, almost missed my plane moment.
I did buy this for you. Actually, I have another one for you over there. That's mine. Yours is separate. Okay,
so
I
get to the gate. They're rushing me over. They're like, did you not hear us? Did you not hear? But I was like, they're just bombarding me, right? Literally. Okay, so what happened was, I was the first person to check my luggage in hours and hours and hours ago because I'm like that, and so. My bags were the first ones in the airplane. Having said that, they have to take all the bags out to get mine out. So they were waiting to find me so they wouldn't have
they have to unload the entire plane.
Yes. So
to get out one bag.
They were like, "Where have you been?" And they're like, "We were polite and kind and not."
Computer bag.
I'm looking for the thing I bought Jennifer that should be wrapped in white tissue paper.
Okay.
So anyways, I was mortified for the rest of my life. I will never do that again.
Oh, she did the walk of shame, like getting onto the plane and everybody's staring at her.
I might tell you I was also 16.
It was a long time ago, guys.
It was embarrassing.
I laugh because this is my worst nightmare. Katie says I had a 5K on Sunday. I was scrambling to find safety pins. Yep. Books, Bags, and Bobbles says coolest race medal I've seen.
I thought it was pretty cool
too. Quite a few 5Ks. Yes, that's one of the biggest things about Disney races. That's why they sell out too. Is because you pay $200 for it, but you're buying the stuff you're using. It's honestly the coolest stuff. They always have cool t-shirts, cool medals, and it's not a medal, so it's not a race, it's a run. So that was the one somebody asked, like, well, did he get a medal? Well, they all get a medal because as long as you finish within your window, even if you don't finish in with your window, you still get the medal, guys. It's a social run. It's not.
I can do that.
Yeah,
Just
it's
not 10 miles.
5 miles. 5 miles.
I can do 5.
They have the princess something run, princess walk or princess whatever. I can't remember. So like Carol wants to do it. Like we might all go at one
That would
year.
be fun.
Yeah. So you have different paces. I can't do it. I can't. Yeah, it was Disney. That's why it's such a cool thing. So anyway, the TSA experience, I'm thinking, okay, I can deal with this. I can deal with this. And then I'm like, I'm fine. I took Dramamine. We get on the airplane. I'm sitting in the second row, right, third row, I guess, maybe right behind the seats with the the arms that don't move. So then I go to the one that
Exit
does
row?
move. Well, no, I think the very first row of each side has very much, because it has the extra foot space. It has a divider. It's a Southwest. I don't know. This is like my second flight ever with Southwest. Maybe last. No, it can't be because I have a credit with them now. And they're changing their
Why do you have credit?
policies because I bought an extra ticket. So they have, if you encroach on some of your neighbor's seat, you can buy 2 tickets, one, and there's a code you use or whatever. And then after your trip, it's all automated. They refund you the cost of that second seat so that it becomes a credit voucher or whatever. So that so if you need 2 seats, you can have 2 seats. Because they know they have small freaking seats. And it's not that I take up a huge amount of space. I actually only encroach about this much, but that much to the person next to me matters, right? And I have to get a seatbelt extender because I'm round. As soon as I walk on the plane, I say, "Can I have a seatbelt extender?" They hand it to me. I put my cushion on the seat. I sit down, and I immediately knew this isn't going to work. But there's no other options, guys. So, and this is the Greyhound of the sky, right? It's better than Spirit. It's better than Frontier because it's still Southwest, but not by much, y'all. The seat cushion. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm like, I know it's been 10 years since I've flown anywhere, 12 years actually, but still.
It's not in your computer bag, so I'm guessing it's in your luggage.
Oh. No, I'm hoping I didn't lose it. I hope I didn't put it somewhere and take it out. Because it was in this bag, and where in the heck would I have put it?
We'll find it, and if it lost, it got lost.
Breathe. Hi, my favorite child. So anyway, Katie says, just a warning for half marathons at Disney, like California. A lot of them are outside the park. At least half of it. Lots of cheering, but you run around Angels Stadium. Did it twice, and I'm done. So here's the thing about the Disney run, the 10-mile that they did. Part of it is you exit the park. You're not gonna believe what they make them do. I said, you did what? So they close off part of the highway. You run up one of those ramps on an elevated highway to run on the highway. You know the grade on that clover leaf is deathly. So
do you run down it?
Yeah, but it's still
it's weird.
The angle.
No, like
it's tough. I'm like that. I mean, this is Florida. Florida's flat. I'm sorry, y'all. This part of Florida, it's not hilly. So you're running Disney, and then you run and you run up that circular ramp up onto a highway. Oh no. Caitlin said, "Hey, military mom." Caitlin said her hips were killing her. Like James hurt himself. Caitlin hurt herself. I said, "Do y'all at least walk?" She was, "Well, we ran some of it, most of it, part of it."
And she's so hard-headed.
They both are.
So I know this is.
Yes, that's one. And there's a little. Okay, since you're here. So yes, the little polar bear in the second half zippy side. There should be a little polar bear thing that's just plain with day in my suitcase.
I got you stuff too.
So let's pause. Yeah, on the highway they closed the highway, but still. So think of this. This is the coffee thing from Coach, right? So the reason I picked this is because the only way you could get this is if you got this from a Coca-Cola store. So it's a Coca-Cola store exclusive. Like this is the Coach coffee shop exclusive. You can't get it online. You have to go to location. You can't get it on technically. Now, I'm sure resellers, but they say you can't get it on their website. Who knows? I know, right? The highway. Terrifying. So Jenny says, I want one. But she didn't tell me which one because when Jenny went there, she only got the first level of the store. She didn't know there was 2 other levels because she was with kids. Even though you can see it's 3 levels, she didn't have time to go look. I mean, she'd chaperoning. Books, bags, and baubles is thoughts on Coach Tabby 26 Black with silver hardware. Yeah. See, this is the Coach coffee cup. This is the Coca-Cola coffee cup with the Coca-Cola mascot. So that's the Coca-Cola exclusive.
I'll be using this at school because I can get coffee cups every day.
So that's why I picked that. It's not my favorite cup, but I thought at least it was kind of cool. It was cutesy. Okay, Coach Tabby 26 Black with silver hardware and the pillow quilted. Yeah, they may or may not be drooling just a little bit. Oh, okay. So Jenny, you have to open that. So Jenny wanted this for her headphones. My sister's expensive. So I only buy things on sale because I'm cheap. I cheap that way. But Jenny says I really want these. And nothing she got is on sale, y'all. So she'd been talking about getting. You have to get me Coca-Cola earrings. You have to buy me Coca-Cola earrings. I'm like, okay, fine. These suckers are $18, but they're actually really well made. I'm not gonna lie. These are really, really, really well made Coca-Cola earrings. And then I got her my favorite pin. They sell this. I buy a pin from them every time. I put it on a bunch of different things. So it's Coca-Cola with Mickey's head, and it says Walt Disney World Resorts. And then I got her 2 regular just pins, and she wanted these for her headphones, like earphones, earbuds. So anyway, these are the things I bought Jenny, plus one more thing. And this really made me sad, okay? Because I had to buy the container. The container, I'm gonna open this for you. Okay. And then this is what I did. I picked out the theme, and then I had them put her last name on there, Joyce, right? And I was so excited. I was so very excited. And then I'm sitting there, and I think it was Jolie. I think it was Jolie. Jolie said, "Can you take that on the airplane?" I'm like my whole face just like, because I can't check that in. It's carbonated. So I can't take it. So I had to open it and drink it so I could take an empty can back.
It does say in the sticker on the top that if you're going to display it, to empty it.
Yeah, but she also has a display case. I mean, she has this can thing. So this is like $4 or $5, right? But I've never seen one of these. So this way she'll know, don't throw away this can.
There's a story behind that.
There is?
Dangerous to her.
Oh, yeah, that. Okay, so the last day we were in Thailand, when we were children, when we were leaving to come back to America, Michael Jackson was on tour. Pepsi was a sponsor, or whatever. So we had Pepsi Cola with Michael Jackson Dangerous Tour can. I kept that can, and I emptied it, but I kept the can. I had that can for years. I'm a Michael Jackson fan, guys, and I love Madonna too. Don't hate me. And Janet Jackson and every other person that people don't like. I like them. And my mother threw away the can.
Cleaning her room.
I was devastated. Devastated. I kept that can for years. It was the last thing I got from Thailand. Yeah. And so anyway, hi Christiana. So hi Morella. So I want to show you James's thing. So he bought this. This is a little drone. If anybody wants to play with a drone, have a kid, want to have some fun, this is called Racing Drone Ghost by H-E-O-Y-K. No, A-T-O-Y-X.
A-Toy-X.
A-Toy-X. $20 off Amazon.
20.
$25 off Amazon. So we were on location doing a job 3 weeks ago, and our coworkers said they have drone racing in their office. Okay, hey, what? Drone racing? With what drones? They said this one, and I'm like, James is like, I'm buying that. I'm like, sure. You're going to start something in the office, right? Because yep. Because not only did he buy it, Julian bought it. So so that the drone pilots can have fun practicing in the office. It's literally a toy. Um, it's not meant to be anything more than a toy. Um, what's that? Say what you will about Michael Jackson. He was insanely talented. Yes, he was very
I'm often
talented.
to tell you that the Broadway production of Michael Jackson MJ is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I've seen it twice. If it comes back to town, I'll watch it again.
Hey, look, we have a lot of bad people in the world. I'm happy with Michael Jackson's music. I don't need to know about all the other crap. So anyway, fabulous experience. So Jolie came to visit, right? So Jolie's with us at our hotel. So here's the thing, guys. You know how I tell you sometimes never go home? Jolie went home. She spent a lot of time in her youth in the Orlando area. She's been to Disney. She's been to Disney Springs after when it was like 3 different iterations. It used to be called Downtown Disney. It used to be called Pleasure Pier. It used to be called something else. She's been to like it just became Disney Springs like 15 years ago or something. So anyway, she hadn't been back to Orlando Disney area in a long time. Christiana, Jackie, how are you feeling? You had a world. Oh my God, I am exhausted. Pleasure Island. Yes, it used to be called Pleasure Island. So Jolie gets to come back and she's like in shock. And I do the same thing because every time I go to visit her in San Antonio, I'm like, Jenny, what's that thing? And she's like, it's been forever. How do you know that? I'm like, I didn't. What? They keep the city keeps growing. My memory is of it 10 years ago. Even though I go back and I visit, I haven't lived there in 10 years. So I go back and I'm like, where did that come from? Jen's like, it's been there for 5 years, Jackie. What's wrong with you? And so Jolie was a little shocked at the changes of, Orlando. I spent time with Jolie. It was so much fun. I might have shocked Jolie a little bit. Oh, quick, here it is. I actually made her crack up laughing. I am the straight man, not by choice, but because I take things literally. She plays with me like a cat toy, Jenny. She will say something knowing I will take it literally, and I'll say something and it will crack her up. It's not even. It's like it's absolutely. I think she had like stomach pain from the laughter because I fell for it every time. It's like, oh, and we have a story. We'll probably go more into it on Sunday, but oh my God, guys. So Jolie is kind of a little bit of anti-consumerism and she's not too happy with the state of our union because the union's kind of up in flames and things are happening with the Dow. The Dow is like a roller coaster ride right now. So things have been happening in life and it's not the best. So let's go to Disney World, which is like the definition of consumerism and capitalistic. Okay. So I know that. We all know that. There's a mouse tax, okay? So she's going to see this just bountiful excess. This is nothing but people lavishly spending money. Christiana, hey, we all need to have a Vegas meetup soon. Yes, not for many, many months. I broke. but so anyway, so we're in the land of excess and the amount of people, the mass of humanity that was, because we were there on a Saturday night, y'all. Saturday night on a race weekend in a shopping plaza called Disney Springs. It was physically not safe. I know this. Because there's no, they have to go through security to get into this place. There's only 2 entrances, for people to walk into this place, right? And they have, if you come in from the garage, they have other security at the garage entrances. But if you walk in from the buses, if you walk in from, it's okay. There's limited entrances and limited exits, and there's a lake right there, like in the middle. So if there is an actual emergency, we all go swimming because there's no way out. There really is no way out. It's not safe. So she was like, this is not, it was very overstimulating. It's extremely intense. It is, Disney Springs is a whole new level of commercialism and merchandising. And people at Disney are on vacation. And people going to Disney Springs are trying to get the last bit of vacation, and they are really the gators. Yes, military mom. If there's a real emergency, we all be diving in that pond because there's no way out. You would be trampled. You literally would be trampled. There's no way to get out. If there's really something where people start a stampede, you would just be crushed. There's that many people there. It's really not safe. Yeah, well, I mean, Aaron, go there on a Saturday night on a race weekend. The masses of humanity. It is a lot. But if you're used to the park amount of people at the parks, it's okay. You know, I don't feel unsafe. I'm on a chariot, guys. I have my own rental scooter bug, and I have a little bubble. People walk in front of me, they walk behind me, all kinds of stuff. But it's still like a bubble. Julie said the Noe animation yesterday. Oh my gosh, Julie! Oh my gosh, wait. You sold the Winnie. You sold your animation, buying Carter her first car tomorrow. Yes!
I forget. I don't know what's happening.
She had this bag she bought from Louis Vuitton a year and a half ago that's supposed to be limited edition, blah, 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 very exclusive, blah, blah, blah. She bought it. It wasn't true love. I told her immediately, send it back. She didn't. She kept it. And then she's been trying to sell it for a year and a half. She's never used it because it's a bucket bag.
I like that.
No. The little, like the Celine.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hated that bag.
Yeah, bag. So, yay! That's exciting news. Katie says, I haven't been to Vegas since December of 2017.
I have never been to Vegas.
Twice a year, my parents used to pull me out of school to go to Vegas, and I was like a kid, going since I was 8. That's so cool, Katie. Okay, we have to go to Vegas someday. I've never been.
I want to go. Every time I've tried to make the plan to go because I've got friends who live there, it just fell apart. And you want to know why I want to go? Children's Museum.
There's a children's.
I'm sorry, children's bookstore. Dang it, now I can remember. I want to say an architect built it that I want to go see it.
Hey, I'm jumping around to 10 different days, 10 different stories. Yesterday night, I'm in Houston at work. Okay,
what just triggered that?
You.
Oh.
And so Jenny, James, I'm in pain, guys. I'm in pain at this point. We had a meeting at 1:30 to 2:30. We went back to the hotel to do it. So I said, James, you go back to location. I'm staying in this hotel room. I can't move. So he did that. So I'm chilling out that I don't care. I don't want dinner. I want nothing. Leave me alone. I need to lay down. So he comes back from work and he's like, hey, it was great. Everything's deployed. Awesome. It was totally cool. Do you still want to go to dinner? I'm like, I guess I can go to dinner. Because at this point, I'm not in extreme pain. So James just picks a place right nearby because we're in Houston, and we go to this place. It's Thai food, right? So we go to this, and we've just come back from Disney. We've had all this amazing food, but none of it was Asian. Okay, so we go have Thai food, and we're at this place. It's the most beautiful Thai restaurant I've ever seen, and the prices were really reasonable. James gets khao soi, which is a northern curry dish out of Thailand that's very famous. I get the pat kapao, which is my favorite dish. I'm sending Jennifer photos, and Jen's like, "Where are you?" And I text her the name of the restaurant, and she's like, I am so jelly. I have been following that restaurant for years. I'm like,
and I've sent you information on it for years.
I'm like, wait, there's social media? Wait, we went to a famous place? So then I go looking. I said, wait, Jenny, so I go find the Facebook site for this. It's called Kindy Cuisine. They have a Facebook site, and they've been written up or whatever. They're very popular, and it's a really good restaurant. And Jen's like,
so jelly.
My God. What Christiana says, that Thai place looked amazing. It was amazing.
First off, when she sent me the picture, and the first picture was the China, I knew where she was. I was like, oh no, she did not. She did not just do this to me. I was like, bring me food back. I'm going to Houston next month just to go there. I'm going to go eat there with Francis, and I'm going to go thrifting.
I told James, like, that is the best version of that cassoulet I've ever had, and I'm Thai.
Better than Pakapow.
Oh, yeah. Get the cassoulet.
Okay.
Absolutely. It is the best dish. It absolutely is the best version of that dish I've ever had. We're not really huge fans of Northern curry because Northern curry normally is not a coconut based one, and we're as a southern our middle Thai, the southern Thai are used to a coconut based curry, but Northern Thai, further away from the Gulf, you have no coconuts, so it's not a coconut based curry. So anyway, it was so good. When he says I love to eat at home for of the big food, anybody know? I have no idea what that is. Christiana, okay. Katie says when I was a kid, I was dropped off at Circus Circus. I joined a little gang of kids whose parents did the same thing. Somehow we always find each other on every trip. We never gave each other our numbers. That is so cool, Katie. Little hoodlums. I bet the staff at the Circus Circus. I bet they all knew y'all. Applebon is going to be fun, Winnie. Totally 80s vibe too. The desserts you had. Yes, that dessert is amazing.
I've never seen it
mango.
so beautiful.
Well, it's mango sticky, and I've never seen it done that way either. Mango sticky rice, but the sticky rice they dye with pandan leaves, and they use coconut ice cream on top of the sticky rice. So the sticky rice is hot, and then the ice cream, the coconut ice cream is cold, and then the mango was partially tart, partially sweet. It was the most perfect version of this dish I've ever had. I told James, this is what mango sticky rice is supposed to be like. And she goes, what do you mean? Most restaurants in America, they make the coconut, they make it too sweet. It's supposed to be hot and cold and sweet and sour. And that was the most perfect representation of that dish I've ever seen. And we both, it cost $13 a plate. I don't care. It was worth it. The dinner was $18 a plate. The dessert was I know. The dessert, $13 a plate. Totally worth it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. So we ate so much food. I couldn't even finish my food. I gave it to James. He ate all of it. So he was in great pain and distress because he ate my half of the food too. And we both had dessert. We get back to the hotel. We are dead. We're like, can't. So I go to this like famous restaurant that I don't even know is famous. We've been going all over Disney Orlando. Okay, I did go have lunch with Jolie. Okay, we'll talk about it on Sunday. But there was a comedy of errors. We went all over. We went to the big mall, the little mall. But finally we stopped and had lunch at Bahama Breeze. I can't remember. Anyway,
it's a salad place.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this Bahamian restaurant that is like a chain or whatever. So we go in there. I don't really eat jerk seasoning. It makes me cough. Something in the jerk seasoning doesn't work for me. But they had salad. So Jolie got maybe. I like Scotch bonnets. I've had that in other foods, so I don't know what it is. But anyway, Jolie had the ahi tuna salad, and I had the steak chimichurri, the flank steak with salad. It was the Bahama Breeze. It was literally the best salad I have ever had in my life. The avocados were the best avocados, and I eat a lot of avocados. I live in Texas. These were amazing avocados. Like, this was like movie perfect. I took photos and sent them to Jenny. These look like stage photos. These plate of this salad was that gorgeous. It had black beans. It had potatoes. It had tomatoes, black beans, corn. It had avocado, and then it had that little bit of skirt steak. It was the best salad I've ever had, and it had like an avocado ranch. So it was a little bit spicy. I think there was like a spice to it or whatever. Anyway, it was fabulous. We had a blast, and then we just talked, and of course by this point, my back's painful. Oh, and they had a butter. Was it a butter cake? Butter cake, pineapple I don't know what they call it, but they light on fire. We tried to get video of it or even a picture, but it didn't really flambe enough to really caramelize. But it was fun. It was still fun. Katie says we're also going to the steakhouse at Circus Circus. It was something our parents wanted to do but couldn't afford when we got our someone dropped. Didn't they just close Circus Circus though, Katie? I thought that's gone. Erin says Millennium Mall has all the high-end stores. So we were gonna go to the Millennium Mall, okay? But I'm telling you, we were already saturated with the merchandise of Disney, and we went to the premium outlets that are kind of close to Disney, and there was no parking. When we were only there an hour after they opened, and by the way, this was on Sunday. This is Sunday. I'm thinking, it's only been open for an hour. Where are all these people coming from? So it is completely packed. So we're just circling around, like, just go somewhere else. So it's this drive down International Drive. So International Drive actually used to be International. There used to be cool things all there. International Drive is like every other strip mall kind of place. The only international thing on International Drive is a pho restaurant and an Indian restaurant. That's it. Okay, so and there wasn't even that many. So we're driving down, we stop to have lunch, and we drive all the way to the end of International Drive. And we see the other outlet. Like we literally visited both outlets, guys. And we saw the stores and we saw the Dooney outlet and we kind of wanted to park and go look at the Dooney store, but there was no parking at that mall. I mean, literally, no parking. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm not paying $13 or $18 or whatever it is for valet to go walk into an outlet mall just to go look at bags. I'm like, I don't want to go. You don't want to go. You're tired. I'm tired. Let's just go back to the hotel. So we're over in right now we're in front of Universal Studios, right? We don't go there, of course. We just drove the whole length of International Drive, and we're just talking and chatting and having a fabulous time. And then she uses Google Maps, not Google Maps. I'm sorry, Apple Maps. And I said, "You use Apple Maps?" I gave her this look of, really, Apple? It's like, Apple Maps is really bad. She was like, it works. Like, okay. Well, Apple Maps had a mind of its own. It was like, oh, no. It took us, because if you've ever driven in the land of Disney, it is insanity. Okay? There is, in order to not go into, I think it was Magic Kingdom, we have to cross 5 lanes of traffic to get to the very far right lane to get on the Buena Vista Drive, which is where we need to be. Right? And no. Can we do that? Because if you're following the traffic rules that the paint stripes tell you what to do, like you don't pass a solid white line, there's no way you can get over 5 lanes of traffic. No. So we did that like 2 or 3 times and we were laughing and she was so mad. And I was like, hey, look, your phone is just telling us that we want to go to Epcot and we want to go to Magic Kingdom. That's all it's saying. It says you are in the Disney bubble. So, and I told James, I had to get my Google Maps out to map to our hotel. And I was like, me!
Jackie's the worst wingman.
I'm the worst wingman.
Worst.
Worst. So we finally make it back to our hotel. We're like, we get back into the hotel. We're like, we're never leaving. We're not leaving. The first thing I do is take a nap. And then she did walking. I think we went walking. And then so I had my chariot, right? So later that night, when I say night, I mean like 4 or 5 o'clock, okay? Because I'm an old person. So
Women make me sound old too, and I'm not.
Well, you're a young person at heart. I'm an old person at heart, okay?
Okay.
Even though your kids keep you young, my kids make me, sleep at 8, 9 o'clock. Did the puppies ever bring you, say it's time to go to bed? They do that to us.
No, they were too happy with the children. We wore them out. And then they wore me out. And when I tell you, I have never been so grumpy in my entire life this whole week. I was not going to say anything. We created the dogs one night. I was fine. But Andy, because I was sleeping in the guest bedroom.
He got tanned.
No, the dogs barked all night.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And because his bedroom is above the living area, he heard it
all night.
I didn't hear it because I was in the guest bedroom anticipating the dog sleeping with me. But he goes, I already crated them. Just go to bed. If it gets really bad, I'll bring them in.
Did he put a blanket over their crate?
I don't know what he did. You gave him the instructions. I don't know.
Doesn't mean he did it. Yeah. So anyway, yes, it was pain and torture.
Well, okay. This is how it goes. Wednesday, you're on this side. Pugsley, you're on this side. Do not cross. Okay? Like kids, you're gonna stay on your own side. And we're not Pugsley, you're not gonna interfere with Wednesday. Yeah, that didn't work. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Those puppies kept me up. And then I go to school and I'm like, my kids are like, you're all dressed in black. You're not How many coffees have you? Are you gonna talk to us? This was Thursday, by the way. I am not human. You don't want to interact and talk to me.
She was like, there's not enough coffee on the planet.
I think for 2 days because I couldn't sleep. Who was a ball of energy and super joyful. It's like, but don't you love me? I just don't want Wednesday next to you. She just can't touch you. Ever.
Just like, how do you these don't go with us? I ignore them. And you have to actually ignore them.
So when Jackie told me today that I have acting for another night, can't do this. She's like, just shake him to your sister Joss. I'm like, oh, you're brilliant. Oh, you're brilliant. I'm giving you all the credit because, dude, that is brilliant. Like, I am taking this to her mommy and daddy, and these little babies can be in their own home. And I
tell them what Violet calls them.
Gremlins?
I thought they call them goblins.
Oh, goblins. Sorry, yes, it was goblins. Yeah, and actually the whole family calls Pugsley. We all love Wednesday. We'll all keep Wednesday. I will keep Wednesday. Wednesday can stay with me anytime. Pugsley, I've got to think.
Not enough liquid. Yeah.
To read the comment.
So Keith says, she said literally 8 times, no one better talk to me today. I'm not in the mood on Thursday. Keith's like, I'm like, yeah, I heard you the first third. Because I'm upset. I was hoping to leave at noon from Houston. It's a 3-hour drive. And you know how long our 2.5 hour drive took us? I did 3 hours to round it out because it's Houston, you know, we had to stop and get gas and it's Houston. So I'm like, 3 hours for a 2.5 hour drive. 4. It took 4 hours and it wasn't actually Houston. That's the problem. It was Bastrop. I'm like, what the hell's happening in Bastrop? Apparently it goes down to 1 lane. Then when we're driving, it's wall-to-wall traffic of this part of 71, which is this highway. And I look over and we're like, James is like, is that water? Like, that's water spewing up into the sky. That's not a hydrant. That is a oil well that was capped wrong that's blown. So I'm like, somebody's fracking somewhere and it's gone to, and if you don't mark and you don't look at the wells, sometimes orphaned wells, they're called orphaned wells for a reason. I think, but there's no way this one was orphaned because it's right under a major utility easement. So I'm like, oh no, that was capped. That got blown. So it's like geyser. But you understand, guys, the water is not just water. So I'm like, that's dangerous. I'm sure somebody's called it. We're driving, we continue to drive, it's still traffic. And then it's like something was burning. It's like, okay, what's happening over there? Okay, this whole trip, people have been trying to kill us. This entire trip, I swear to Jesus, it's like, I'm like, we're in a, okay, for those who know, I work for a state agency. I'm in a fleet vehicle because I am doing work. So when you're on a fleet vehicle doing work, there's certain protocols. You can't drive a certain way. You can't drive certain things. If something happens, you are now a first responder. Our car has the really giggy lights, right? So we're driving to dinner the other night in the state fleet vehicle, and there is emergency vehicles behind us, and you can hear them and you can see them. So we turn on our lights and we get over to the right and you stop like you're supposed to. Does anybody else care? Do they blow by us on the left? I mean, this is a surface street, so it's not like a highway. But anyway, when you see any emergency vehicle with flashing lights, you pay attention. Oh no, they blew right by us. I'm like, you idiots! And then James is honking, and I'm like, he does not do that, guys. So when the emergency vehicles pass us, we turn off our lights, we merge back into traffic, we do our thing, we go where we need to go. I'm just like, these people want to die. Because it's like Houston, y'all. Houston, these people are like, it is 5 o'clock, we need to go. I'm like, if you were the one in need of that emergency vehicle that is barreling down the road, wouldn't you like to be able to have a clear path so they can get you within minutes? Sometimes minutes matter when you have EMS and an ambulance. It's like idiot. Yeah, so yeah, ranting over. We got so much stuff. So, you know, backtracking again, there's no linear path here, guys. When we got back from Florida, we flew into the Austin airport, knowing we would have to go pick up our personal car to go back to our agency to pick up the fleet car and the equipment we needed to go over to Houston. We didn't get into Houston until past midnight. This is after being in Florida. Tuesday, we leave at 5 o'clock. We're at the airport. So we didn't get to our next destination after we stopped until 12:15 in the evening on Tuesday, so technically Thursday a.m. We get to our hotel. We stop. We're dead tired, like dead tired. Although I can tell you, driving through Houston at midnight is excellent. No TV. So get to the hotel. They don't have our reservation.
What?
James has the reservation on there. They said, "Oh no, it's for tomorrow night," which would be the day we were showing up. Technically, was that day. But he was like, "No, I modified. You can see it's been modified. We added a third night. It's already paid for. It's already been booked." He goes, "Oh no, we're completely booked. We have no space for you. Your reservation is for today at 4 o'clock. You can't. There's no. We can't. I'm sorry, we can't accommodate you." And James goes
How
back.
are you now in the wheelpath?
Oh, he was so upset. He's like, they better not charge me. So we end up sitting there going through our hotel engine, which is the service we use as a state agency, to find the next closest.
Is it real? They didn't have it anywhere for you to stay?
Oh, yeah, legit. And it didn't even look like it was that busy. I swear they lied to us. So anyway, so we end up at the Crown Plaza. Now, the Crown Plaza is a full-service hotel. I hate full-service hotels. They cost more. They look nice. They might be stylish. They might have the better soap. They don't give you free breakfast. I want breakfast. I don't care if it's cereal. I have to go to work the next morning. I'm not here for leisure. This is not a resort. I am working. Give me that 2-star hotel any day of the week. So we're in this fancy Crown Royal, whatever it's called, and we're annoyed. We're exhausted. We have to get up.
1 a.m. by this point?
Yes, 1 a.m. So we had to get up and be at work by like 7, guys. 7. So, and we've been flying and traveling, and we had breakfast in Disney Springs. So we had lunch in Disney Springs. We had dinner in Bastrop because we got a hamburger on the drive over in Texas. And then we ended up in Houston. So basically, it was a lot of traveling. So we get to our hotel, we spend the night, we get up, we have to pack up everything. Everything has to pack because we have to leave. We have to leave. We have to leave the hotel room. Instead of having 3 days in one room, it's one night. So we're packing everything up and we have equipment with us. The equipment stays with you in the room. Okay. The equipment does not stay in the truck. It never stays nothing stays in the truck. I can't even leave my state issued phone in the truck. Nothing stays in the truck. So, because if something happens and someone, enters your truck and removes it, I am liable. Do you know how much phones cost? I'm not paying $1,000 phone because that would be my cost. So like, So we get out, we drive back to the hotel. So because James looked at his reservation again, he's like, "We booked it," and he went and talked to them and said, "You better." And they insist that, "Oh no, you don't have it it was only for these 2 nights, not that third night." Like, no, I mean, like, I guarantee you they're going to be somebody with more brain cells is looking at that and they're going to say, "Oh no, they paid for their book for this." Yeah, we know we did. So anyway, we go to work, we do our thing, we spend the deployment was great. It was actually successful. And I'll tell you about it later. So we get the stuff done that we have to do. We're dead exhausted, tired. My hips hurt. I'm tired. Life is not the best. So we get into the car and we go back to the hotel that we had our reservation in. So we go in there and then we're like, okay, let's do this. And we get there and it's the Holiday Inn Express. I like the Holiday Inn Express. I still like the Holiday Inn Express. So we get there, we get our room. I said, and we walk in our room. I said, "James, are we supposed to have a king bed? Because we reserved a king bed. We have 2 doubles, which is fine." But I'm just like, yeah, whatever. So it's one of those bait and switches. There's kind of if you know anything about hoteling and hospitality, the preferred customers will get the first floor or closest to first floor, closest to the elevator rooms nearest the lobby. Always. They kind of hold those rooms for the premier elite or whatever. And then if you are disfavored, you're going to be the one on the toppest floor and you're going to be furthest away from the elevator. Right? And it really depends on the pay. Now, we're government rate. So we are not the preferred client. Okay. So it's like, yeah, I see where my room is. So we get in our room. We're like, fine, I don't care. I'm too tired. I'm exhausted. Um, and the next day we have to get up and be at work at 7 again because I'm serious. It's like 10-hour days. These away missions from home base are fun in theory. In reality, it is exhausting. It was so cool. And honestly, it's not even like we're deploying a new software. We're doing training. We got Premier Elite with Marriott and they stuck us way far away every time. You got flagged somehow in their system, Winnie, and they didn't like you. I hate to tell you that, but those people, the receptionists, they have all the power. And you can tell if they like you by how close you are to the lobby and the elevators. Now, some people don't like being next to elevators, but a lot of people do. And first floor is they actually hold a lot of those back, you know? Anyway, I almost went into hospitality. Me, right? You're like, Jackie, you not know. Customer service? Jenny's better at this. Jenny can sell iced Eskimos. Jennifer can sell you timeshares if she wanted to. If you lived in the desert, she could probably sell you sand. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, you need this special sand. That's great. This will be wonderful on your yard. It'll give you an iridescent sparkle, and you're surrounded by sand." And she'll tell you the truth. And you'll buy the sand, thinking this is better sand than the sand I have over here. Seriously, I'm not even kidding.
Sideways story. Okay, I have to tell you, I worked for Nordstrom's back in the Stone Ages, like a long time ago. And I never talked to the girls about what I did or how I sold. I just did my job. I always wore professional clothing, and the little girls who I was working with are all around my age. We were all very young. I was just more professionally dressed than them. And they would wear these baby doll dresses with these beautiful ballet flats, and they're just super cute, super trendy, super, they look like they're 12. When you're selling luxury products, you don't want to look 12. You want to look 25. And we were all not that age. And they would be like, how can you possibly sell as well as you do? And I never talked about money because I just was embarrassed and I didn't want to talk about it. And so I just didn't. And the girls goes, well, you're not even the size where you can try this on and show it. And I'm like, and I just looked at them and I was like, okay, so I'm plus size, which at that time meant I was 12, 14. And I was like, and you're a size 02, and because you can try the clothes on, you think you can sell it better. I think I listen better. That's really the secret. I listened to my clients and got what they wanted, and I didn't tell them BS. And I said, no, this cheaper shirt, which I never looked at a price tag. I said, that shirt looks better than this shirt. And yes, that shirt's probably $200 less money, but that shirt looks better on you. And that's how I sold stuff. And I sell stuff that way.
Yeah, you tell people the truth. But so anyway, breathe. So work was a success, but we have never done a full week of work, take 4 days on vacation, which isn't really vacation if you're doing a run. It was a vacation for me. I don't think James is recovered from it. So then, and he hurt himself. Like, okay, guys, he ran a 10 mile, then he walked 10 miles that day. So that day he walked 20, because after the run, you have to keep moving. As soon as you stop moving, you can
cramp up.
Yeah. So they just kept on going, right? They didn't stop. And then
hydrate.
They did hydrate. And then on Sunday, they're limping, y'all. Limping. James had a limp. His foot hurt, and they still spent the whole day in all the parks and did another 10 miles worth of steps. So they did 30 miles worth of walking, running within 2 days because they're crazy. It's like, no. I know what I did, like a sane human. I went and hung out with Jolie. I took a nap middle of the day. We went back to Disney Springs. I went and bought more stuff. I went and saw things, had a great time, and took a nap the second. Like, I took a nap. I took breaks. My tolerance level is really less than it used to be. I've already had, even from the 4 years we've been doing this, it's actually kind of scary. I might actually have to talk to my doctor about pain management on ongoing
therapy.
Well, it's nerves. So
okay.
I don't know how. That's the problem. It's nerve pain, and it's the only thing that really what the doctor has told me 1,000 million times is put less stress on your skeleton by building more muscle and losing more weight, so that your muscles are really holding up. So it takes a little less pressure off of the spine, right? So where it had the compressed disc. There's no easy fix for any of this. And as I get older, because it's been like since I was 32 when this happened, and I'm 45 now, it's not actually getting. I mean, it's better. I mean, I'm walking. I mean, there's good news, but it's worse than it was 4 years ago. Is all I'm saying. So it went really, really bad. Yay, I can walk. Then I'm okay. And then now it's going to slowly getting a little worse. And I'm at less weight, but it's still it's a compression of as I said, if you know anything about the disc, the jelly between your spine discs, it doesn't come back. There is no back. It goes away. So anyway, moving on to happier things. I kind of think I have to talk to my doctor a little bit more about maintenance, pain maintenance because I normally live at around a 3 in life. I live raw. There's never a 0 anymore. It's more of a 3 all the time. And then it creeps up, and there's a very fine line between I'm great, I did too much. And I can tell when I do too much, and I make sure I lay down, but it's a cranky Jackie. And James already has to live with me. So we want to make it as less painful as we can, because I like to stay married and with a happy husband, right? And pain makes you not a great companion. Let's just be real honest. You say things, and you can tell it in my face, and you can tell it in my eyebrows, and my eyebrows will get pinched, and I'll have like or totally talk. I'll have that resting bee face, and I'll be like, okay, I'm fine. You're never fine. Okay. When anyone says You're fine. In the ER, we give numbers like 7 or above. Yes, because 10, my 10 is I was hit by a car. Now, other people's 10s are different because when they say 0 to 10, 10 being the worst pain you've ever felt in your life, that's different for everybody. I was hit by a car. Okay, so that was my 10. So when I say I'm at a 7, it is me in the ER, y'all. It is me in the ER. So I try never. I live at like 2, 3. When it ratchets up to 4, 5, that's what's like stop, lay down, take Tylenol, take ibuprofen, give me a couple days. I'll be back to okay. If it ever gets up to a 7, it's like let's go to the hospital. Yeah, take the hospital. Scott says, "Is this the first time you've incorporated a work trip?" Yes, yes. Never, never, never.
But was this a work trip like not planned? That was after.
Oh, the work trip we couldn't have avoided. The work trip. So we had planned this run in October, and this work trip was probably planned earlier than October, but we didn't know we were having to do it. So it wasn't. We were the only people who can do it. James has some IT privileges that if he can go on location, he can get things done that other people can't do. So he's IT support. So that's different than local admin. So he's able to get stuff down from the network. And we were doing software and training. And up until this point, every other deployment of this project, he's had to be superhero and use super privileges to get stuff done. So we're like, we're gonna have to do this. But this was the first time we didn't have to use super privileges to get deployment. So this is great. We did have to download some stuff for, but that's because he was a last minute add-in.
Doesn't John do what James can do?
No.
Oh,
No, seriously.
special?
James is special because you have to go through a whole admin IT support, or IT support is different than just having access.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
Not avoidable.
yeah. So anyway, if they got the good pills, 10, 10, 10, yeah, take Dilaudid. Yeah, right? So I don't like taking, that's why I don't
Jackie
try.
and I suck on pain pills. Or actually pain medication.
Yeah. I don't like taking pain medication because it stops working. Okay, there's no such thing as pain free. Okay, so if you're in a chronic pain life, pain medication actually lets you ignore the pain. You really are never actually, you still feel the pain, but you don't care that you're in pain. That's what pain medication does. And sometimes you can hurt yourself more if you take pain medication because you think, oh, I can do this and I can do that because you don't care, right? So I try really, really hard not to take a lot of pain medication unless I really can't because it masks symptoms. Like you can hurt yourself more. You literally can. Or I can because sometimes I'm stupid that way. Like I can just work this through. I mean, sometimes we're like,
we're just stubborn.
That too. We're sheeps. Like we're the sheep. You're the goat. It's part of our like makeup.
Our charm.
Our charm. Our charm. Yeah. So anyway, so this is the first time we had to take a vacation and then rush into a work trip. That's if we had a magic crystal ball, it would have
landed in Houston.
We would have landed in Houston. It was like, and we would have just gotten to the work office, and then we could have gotten a fleet car there, and we could have just flown back to Austin if we needed to, or even take the fleet car. But that's kind of logistically nightmare because that fleet car is registered to that campus, not our campus, and whatever. But we could have figured it out. But yeah, so that was the first time we went from working a whole week, doing 4 days of fun, and then going to do I need to show you guys this.
I keep looking at it, so I'm like, is there a story behind this?
Yes! This is my bracelet. Saya, look at this. So this is from Epcot, from the World Showcase is what they call it. And this is from the country Canada. And so it's supposed to be made in America. Yeah. Made in America. Yeah, I don't think so. But anyway, it's a made in America leather goods, and you can get an engraving. So I did the Jackie and James because if you know anything about Hawaii, they do that. Well, they put their names normally on a Hawaiian gold bracelet. Our parents had one. It was in silver, It had the plumeria flowers and said Philip and Leck, which is funny because my father never went by Philip. Actually, it said Phil and Leck. He always went by J.P. King. He did not. His first name was J.A.Y. J. Philip King. He hated the name Philip, so he always went by J.P. And then when he wasn't by J.P., when he became Colonel, it was just Colonel King. Anyway, so they had the Hawaiian bracelet. And I've always wanted one, but I am so not going to be paying for a Hawaiian gold bracelet because y'all know how much gold costs right now. Don't do it. So I got
And you never
this.
keep gold.
I know I don't. I don't. It just doesn't work with me. So I got this engraved at the Disney store. It was like $20. Isn't that cool? Yep. Ever since the Queen had one. Really? That's so cool. So it just says Jackie and James. It has Mickey and Minnie kissing, and I'm supposed to technically take it off when I take a shower. Have I remembered to do that at all since I bought this? No, I forget it's on my wrist. So it's going to sit on my wrist until it disintegrates. That's just the way it's going to be. And then I'll buy another one. It's probably my most favorite thing I bought at Disney is this bracelet.
I like the shirt you're wearing.
Oh, this is a shirt I got from the Coca-Cola store, and it says in Spanish, is drink Coca-Cola ice cold, I think, 5 cents. Phillips. So I got this because it was $11.
Super cute. Color's
So
great.
I was not.
I'm going to get Jackie's glasses this weekend. I'm going to order them. She's going to help me order them because I've never done orders online ever.
Yeah.
I have my prescription with me.
I have gotten so many compliments on this. These frames are on
Okay.
sale for $7. You tried them on, looked through them, and you were like, "Oh my god, your eyesight is so bad."
I can't see. But we do like them on me, right?
Yeah. Do you want to see them through with a mirror? Oh, like a real mirror?
Oh, yay. Okay.
I have gotten so many compliments. I mean, it's like every day someone different who says, "I love your glasses." I feel like the coolest. I feel like Elton John, y'all. The cool Elton
They
John.
actually look like Elton John.
I do. Like people are like, "I love your glasses." Like I have gotten so many. I don't even remember I'm wearing them, and I wore this shirt because I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll match. I'll look stylish, right?" And people are like, "Oh, I love your shirt. I love your glasses." I'm like, and why am I in these glasses? Because the other glasses I took, which are the eye pair wear, my nose pads that I have to use on those glasses keep coming off. So they came off. I'm like, I'm not going to spend this whole trip pushing my glasses up because
We have no nose.
I have no nose. And this one fits perfectly.
Did you wear the pink ones with the sun?
No, I didn't bring those. They're over here somewhere. Because I took my eye pair wear because I have all those Disney frames. And I wanted to take my cool Disney frames, but when the nose pad came off, I'm like, and my nose pads are here, not with me, of course. So I'm like, well, I can't fix that. So I'm just gonna wear these glasses.
So it is like 10:40. Aren't you tired?
This is super bubbly, chatty Jackie.
Okay, keep going.
Guess I'm tired. Guess I'm very tired. So tomorrow, don't expect a happy, cheerful Jackie till later in the day.
Okay, so Jackie, I can't tell you the amount of coffee I drank this week. So, okay, I had a therapy appointment today at 6:00. I walk in, she says, "Oh, you look so cute, but you look really tired." I'm like, let me tell you that story. Yeah. When she sees my face, I'm like, "Oh, you look tired." And I'm like, no wonder all the adults kept talking to me. And I'm like, please don't talk to me. And they kept talking to me. And they're like, why are we talking to me? I'm like, literally, I'm like this size, 40 ounce. I'm like, on the third one. And I'm just like, why are y'all talking to me? Can't do it. And like, it was so tired that my face muscles hurt. Like, I just did not want, I didn't want to smile. I didn't want to talk. I'm just like, it's been sleep deprivation. I suck at sleep deprivation. It is my kryptonite. Pugsley is my kryptonite.
And so is Caitlin. Seriously, Caitlin and Leslie. Everybody who has watched our pugs want to keep Wednesday, and Pugsley gets the moniker of, well, he's special. And I says, well, is Pugsley invited back?
He can come back to my house. You just gotta give me some warning.
He's not really invited back to Caitlin's or Leslie's.
I know. That's why he's invited back to my. And I have okay, here's the thing. I have 7 cats. Okay, my cats don't like dogs. The pugs are dogs.
Yes.
They're not dogs.
At first,
I don't know what they are.
At first, the cat's like, we don't want to be anywhere near you. And then after, how many days? By day whatever, the cats are like, okay, these are not actually dogs.
Coco and Stormy, who are the 1-year-olds who just turned 1, they're like, "Oh, this is Pug TV. This is great." So they kept watching the pugs. They kept coming down and just like, "You're interesting." And then the other cats are like, "No, no, thank you." And then Floppers, who is my grumpy old man, just looks at them and just like watches them all. By the way, all my cats are bigger than the dogs, except for the 2 babies. And the dogs are like, "Oh, you're there. Okay." And like, no one swats at each other. Nobody's grumpy. No, there's no growling. The dogs are not dogs. Just like, okay.
They're pugs. Are you food? Do you have food, or are you human? Other than that, we don't care what you are.
So when I'm driving up, did we talk about French fries already?
No.
Okay, so I'm driving up. I was super excited that the dogs are in the car. I had everything to the car, and I'm like ready to go. And I'm like, yay! And then I stop and get McDonald's. Which, by the way, if you know me, you know I don't like McDonald's. But I ate it because it was right by the house, and it could get me on the highway the fastest. And I was like, I'm gonna go. And so I am stuck in the hellacious traffic that is the corridor of 35 and 1604, which is under construction and perpetually under construction, and they closed the intersection. So I'm sitting there for 40 minutes, and I'm like, seriously? And the dogs keep whining at me, and I keep looking back. I'm like, are you okay? What's wrong? Now, Pugsley can get up and down off the seat. Wednesday cannot. I'm like, are you okay? Are you, like, what's going on? What's happening? And I'm like, whatever. I call Jackie. I said, Jackie, can I give the pugs French fries? And she's like, of course you can. I'm like, seriously? So I dropped.
We don't. But if you have French fries and they're in the car with you, it will be utter hell.
It was. And so I dropped a bunch of French fries for Wednesday, thinking Pugsley would get down and go eat them. So he would be a little safer. No. And then he whined and growled at me. And then I passed him French fries and he bit me to get to the French fries.
It's like a mouth.
And
face. It's like,
but because I didn't give them all the French fries and they smelled them, they're like, aren't you going to give me the rest of them? The entire trip to Jackie's house, which is 51 miles. And I'm just like, okay, you're just going to whine. I don't care. And then we finally get close to Jack's house and they know home. I think they can smell it. I don't know. They're like, oh, we're home. We're home. I'm like, yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Keith says, she's like, the students are making too much noise. I said, they're high schoolers. She said, I don't care. They need to shut up.
I so said that.
Pugsley's your kryptonite. Why didn't you have one sleep with Andy and one sleep with you, and then they would have been separated?
They've been okay with that. They seem very attached to each other. They're very Velcro-y.
I don't know.
Like Velcro. And if I walked anywhere, Pugsley satellites me. Like, just satellites me. And it's like, baby, it's okay. You can move away from me. He goes, no. You're my person. You're my substitute human. I'm going to be right where you are all the time.
You are the human security comfort blanket. It's not, you're the emotional support human. Okay? It's not emotional support pug. It's emotional support human. We are there to support their needs. That's the truth. That's why pugs, James loves them. I mean, they're his children. They just love him. He is so happy that he's the kids are home. I can't even explain the stress this week. I mean, and next week,
and you can't kennel them. You can't.
I was telling Jenny, like, I just don't feel comfortable kenneling them. And now that she's met them and they've hung out, she understands because they're so needy. They're so. And they were called copter dogs when at the rescue. Yeah, they said they're bonded, super needy dogs. I'm like, perfect.
I don't think Pugsley would let Wednesday out of his sight to sleep in another room.
Scott says 2 of our Goldens are siblings and they are inseparable. Yes, like and it's so funny because Wednesday will literally Pugsley will lay on top of Wednesday and slowly push Wednesday out of the way to get the primo spot. Wednesday's like, fine.
It doesn't matter where Wednesday sits. If Wednesday's there, he's moving her. I don't care where it is. She wants to be right here, and he slowly pushes her off. And then she's right here, and he slowly rolls her over, and he rolls himself right there. It is hilarious, unless you're trying to sleep.
It's just jealousy. It's just like, Well, if she must be in the better spot. Like, you just ousted her from the perfect spot to get that spot, and now you're looking at her. It's like, whatever. Couch. Oh my god. So we missed the babies. Seriously missed the kiddos. I said, if there's a way.
I sent Jackie so many silly videos and pictures of them.
It was hilarious because she sent the video. Pugsley, who was 20 pounds, okay? The gap from the floor to the bottom of the couch is like only this big, right? He I don't know how he got underneath there. So he gets underneath there. Jennifer sends a video of Pugsley, are you stuck? And he's trying to worm himself out from underneath the sofa because he had to go inspect to make sure there was not a crumb left anywhere in her house. Like, if there was a crumb anywhere in her house, but because she has children and they just drop things everywhere, there's none now because Pugsley has found them. And she's like, we left them for 5 minutes in the backyard, I swear. And there was they got into the trash and it was all over the back patio. And I said, and I says, and James is like, I bet that was Wednesday. She's the trash hound.
Do you think it was Wednesday? It was Pugsley in the trash bag.
Pugsley is the muscle. Wednesday is the brain. Wednesday is the one that's gonna cue into there's food. Wednesday's and then Pugsley's like, what's she looking at? It's like, oh, there's something over there? Let me knock it over.
You should read with Keystream.
Because I can't deal with the grumpy attitude for another day. Oh my god, that picture was legit scary. Yeah, I was like, seriously, it's like
I sent the picture. First off, okay. By this point, we had cleaned the trash in the kitchen 3 times. And I'm like, okay, we are the dumb ones. We need to put the trash in the garage. So they can't get to it. No matter where we put it, they're gonna find it. So we're gonna move it. So we did. And then I let the dogs out. And by the way, I don't do any of this. This is what my husband should do or my daughter does, because it is not me. People go, hey, did you say yes to Jackie? What about Andy? How did he go? Oh, no. I text Andy and I phone call. I'm like, do you want to babysit Jackie's ducks? It's not me babysitting. It's them. I am not feeding. I am not walking. I am not letting them out to the potty. That is not me. I said, I will sleep with them. That I can do that because I know that we have cats and they don't like cats and our cats don't like dogs. So I'm like, I will sleep in the other room with them. That's okay. That's all I'm doing. And they're like, okay. So I let them out. I did not look into my backyard. I have no idea why there's 2 trash bags that were sitting on the deck and not in the trash can. So when I opened the backyard, because Jackie's like, are you leaving them alone? Are they by themselves? Are they being watched? Like, I'm kidding you not, kid you not. Like, are you watching the babies? What about hawks? Guys, no, we said owls. What about owls? I'm like, I live in the city. There is not an owl anywhere close to me. I'm like, no, we're fine. There's nothing to take your babies. Okay. So I open the door and then I see trash everywhere and Pugsley in the trash bag. I was like, picture. And I closed the door and I said, Andy, I don't even know how this happened. It was 5 minutes. And I sent him the picture. He goes, I'll deal with it.
we've been. I told everybody. Like, when I dropped off the babies, I was like, hey, Phoebe's Corner. I was like, oh my god, I wanted to pick up the dogs and just take them back into the car and not go on the trip. And Jen's and they're everybody's like, what? It's like, her house is not dog proof. She doesn't understand. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I didn't.
You know what I thought was going to happen? I thought your dog was going to eat all the kids' stuffies and like all their toys. Didn't even care.
If there's a hole in it and there's stuffing, Wednesday will go after it, but she has to be relaxed, and it takes a week or 2 in a new space. So she didn't play with toys when we had her for like 3 weeks. We didn't even think she liked toys. She's the one who'll go after them, but they don't really tear into them, not like Watson did. Or
when we babysit Fern or Marmalade, they shoot
children.
Toys.
Those are baby.
Okay.
Those are baby. These are senior pugs.
If this is Pugsley as a senior, I don't want to see him as when he was a baby.
Hey Phoebe. And then I thought of her I thought her head was going to blow off her body. Dogs
Oh, I was so
require
mad.
so much more supervision. Yeah, so much more supervision. And we have spent a small fortune on finding the trash can that the dogs cannot
I know
knock
this
over.
because I watched her do this for years, and I asked her why. I mean, because was it the Calahula that just got into everything? Okay, they went through so many trash cans. I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. Now I get
You
it.
can't have the one that you can step on. You can't have the one with the automatic opening. You can't have. So we actually ended up with one from the Container Store. It was the most money I'd ever spent on a trash can in my whole life. It was like $150. I thought I was being robbed, but it was a stainless steel canister with a lid that has an inset, and then it has a. You have to lift up, you physically lift up the lid and throw stuff in there, and it was so it shaped because it recessed a little bit. The bigger dogs couldn't nose it open or nose it off, and they couldn't knock it over because it was too heavy. Anything else other than that one trash can has never worked. If it has a flap, they get into it. If it's too lightweight, they've knocked it over. If it's, I mean, anything. It's like because we had a Great Dane, we had a Catahoula. I mean, these were dogs they're tall and they're big and they can get whatever they want when they want it. Okay, and the Catahoula, legit, he was like we had a border collie, great, gracious, wonderful, smart dog. Catahoula, smart too, but he was a trash hound. So we've spent years trying to find the right, and especially Scott. If you have Goldens, oh, they are trouble. They're big.
Oh my gosh! So my thought, like, if you don't like it, I'll keep it. Just went out the window.
It's a beautiful burgundy red bag made out of leather.
It was cheaper. Do you have a bag collection
but I
that's
don't-
ginormous?
But I don't have this. Okay, I don't- this one. I now have this one. Oh my God! Look at this. She found us at the thrift store at the Goodwill. Man, this is fossil, guys. And it has the key. It's really hard to find the keys. A lot of times they don't. Oh, this is a fabulous.
It's a great work bag. It's like
This is
perfect for a
perfect. I
laptop.
wonder if my laptop will fit in this.
Is it 17 inches or
Let's
smaller?
see what the measurement is. Phoebe, hi Phoebe. I know I'm saying your name wrong, but I have a pronunciation problem. It was so funny. I was talking to Dawn Loves Couture. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Dawn Loves oh, not Dawn Loves Couture. I'm sorry, not that Dawn, the other Dawn. Dawn's Donuts. Dawn's Donuts. Marie Loves Luxury. Maria Loves Luxury. Tammy's Closet. Missy's Luxury. I can't remember the last part. I don't
You
know
want
why.
to know what stupid thing I just did?
What?
You put 2 days of pills in there.
And you just chugged them?
I chugged half of them before I realized it.
Well, these all look different. Yeah, I think you got lucky. The only ones that look like repeats are these two.
All right.
Okay, so you're good.
Let's just I'll not take the rest of them.
One of those is Benadryl.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I already took a Benadryl.
Oh. So this will fit my computer, guys. This is awesome. This fossil. This is a fabulous bed. The strap drop on this. So anyway,
I think it's the perfect shoulder. Like,
yeah, shoulder drop.
it feels
yes.
good.
This is a.
So I'm sitting in Goodwill waiting there. I'm like, just sitting there. I'm like, I'm like, is she ever going to write me back? I think I called you. Did I call you on that one? I don't know. I was just like, can you look at your phone? Poke, poke, poke. Look at your phone. Like, I did like.
And like today at lunch, it was so funny because she was like, "Answer me."
Oh.
And I was like, and I was actually talking to like the big boss, like the boss, like of that area we were in. I mean, this is okay. Did I want to go for lunch? No. I wanted to get this job done, get this data downloaded, and I wanted to vamonos. I wanted to hit the road, Jack. There was none of this. And I'm texting James like, "Why are we going to lunch? Did no one get the And then he calls me. Okay, I can't talk to you right now because I'm in a different location. He's like, we have to go have lunch with XYZ. I'm like, oh, why didn't you start with that? Because it's politics. Most of what's important about these jobs that we're doing is not just the training, it's the networking. It's so that they know our face, because when they're done with this training and we hand them this very, very expensive equipment, in about a week, once they've had some fun using it, then they call us and say, hey, remember the training you did? Like, yeah. They're like, can we consultation real quick because this thing XYZ has happened. We're like, no problem. Because we are the owners of the program, we have to support the program, right? So even though we go train these people, it's just 2.5 days. 2.5 days just enough. It's just enough knowledge to make you dangerous. It's not enough knowledge to make you super effective yet because that's how training is. That's a nice. Yes, right, Scott. It's a great bag. Phoebe, I just saw your video, guys. By the way, guys, if you don't follow Phoebe's Corner, she has a YouTube channel. She has a fabulous collection. Um, and I was watching her bag of the day. I can't remember what it was called. I wanted to say it was Olivia, but it's not Olivia. It was a Dooney bag. It's very pretty. Oh, Jenny. Oh,
This is Connor.
that is so cool. Has Connor seen it yet?
No.
Are you sure? It's today. Is Connor gonna? Connor, I want that. It's for her 5-year-old. Okay, it's a creeper from Minecraft.
Do I need to go find him a new bag? He hasn't seen it.
I don't want to take your child's bag. I mean, I am coveting it, but I mean, I know it's going to be
My jacket.
awesome for him. Oh, neat. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. Wrangler Retro.
I actually paid $20 for it too.
That's
And I never spent $20 at the thrift store.
This is a good jacket, y'all. The Western cut on there. Okay, so if y'all don't know, the Western cut is this little swoop. That swoop just means it's a Western cut.
And there's some in the front.
And then this is by Wrangler. The denim. These are expensive, guys. Wrangler is not cheap. This is not the same as those the Montana West Wrangler, whatever. Ah, Texas. This is awesome. This is the UT, guys. This is BMO or BMO. What's his name? BMO Beef. I can't remember. The mascot for the Texas UT.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I do it because my bestie is an Aggie.
Oh, well, yeah, you have to. It's like it's a requirement.
So half the time I wear Aggie stuff, half the time I wear, Longhorn stuff.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, I'm Violet.
I'm married to an Aggie, so I can't wear UT stuff, even though I went to UTSA. But it's not the same. We had Roadrunner. Oh my gosh, that's so cute! Choco Cat. Look. Oh my goodness. This is adorable. Huh? Oh, ooh.
You can have it.
Thank you. I want it.
It's silk.
I can feel it. It's Liz Claiborne silk. Wow, made in Japan.
Look at the price.
$2.
It makes me so happy.
Scott says, "Ooh, I like that jacket. I'm an old school New England prep, but I really like the Wrangler jacket. Yes, this is so. I am so 80s.
Even the person I know that needs to have that.
I love these colors. I love this. This is awesome. I just like this. Oh yeah, it's gonna go on a purse for sure. Oh my god, you hit the jackpot. Is this a Hobo International?
Look at the price.
$8.49. It is a Hobo. Y'all, this is a Hobo. So Hobo International changed their name and branding to Hobo. These were one of our first wallets we ever bought. We used to buy these at the Birkenstock store. 25 years ago, these were $68. 25 years ago. They cost a lot more now.
Look on the inside. I think they're so pretty on the inside.
So it has a divided section.
So my guess is you're keeping this one, right?
You're gonna let it?
Yeah. I can always borrow something.
Oh yeah. There's plenty of bags. So some of our first wallets have always they used to do one that has a zipper. They still make it actually. It has a zipper and then it would have a little wristlet, and that was one of my very first wallets that bag. It's a clutch, but we used it as a wallet, and we love those. And I used that thing for years. Jennifer and I have always been leather snobs, so how we choose stuff is that we touch it. We would walk by and touch it. Now it's a little bit more dangerous because some of that pleather is really hard. It's really easy to feel like it's real. But
so when I was a teenager, I would go to thrift stores to buy the 1960s beautiful ball gowns. And when I say ball gowns, they weren't ball gowns. They were just really beautiful silhouettes.
So dressy.
And they had really beautiful embellishment because I am always liked sparkly things my entire life.
Jenny
And
has an eye for style.
I love clothes. Love. Like when Deborah, well, it's a long story. Anyways, so fast forward till now, I've been thrifting a very long time, and the amount of polyester I touch is criminal. It
Hurts
is
your soul.
so upsetting.
Yeah, and it's gonna get worse. It's
All
just
the 2000s shoes, because they use bonded leather, it's all falling apart and disintegrating. But the stuff from the 70s still looks fabulous. And I'm like, oh. So it's harder to find leather. It's harder to find
cotton,
linen, silk. And those are my
Liz Claiborne
favorites.
silk. You can't find this now. This is a dinosaur.
And it's a beautiful dinosaur. It lives in somebody's drawer.
Scott says, I love that Jen handed it to you and you knew exactly what it was.
I also didn't anticipate keeping it because I knew she would die. You've been coughing a lot tonight.
Oh my God, the amount of Florida has, I'm allergic to like almost everything outside, guys. Grass, all of it, pollen, tree pollen especially, and mold. We go to Florida, which I love. That state does not love me back, And as soon as we got back to Texas, Lord have mercy, all the grass pollen and stuff people are, it's spring. Spring has sprung. There is
Mountain laurels smell amazing, which means pollen is everywhere.
the wildflowers are blooming. James is super allergic to oak. Yeah, we've passed cedar poison death, cedar pollen, and now we're moved into, the spring flowers of death. James sneezed 5 times on the drive home today. I'm like, yep.
I forgot the strawberries again.
At your house?
I have 6 pounds of strawberries that I picked with my children to bring to you.
Well, you can freeze them.
We're gonna have to at this point.
And then when you take them out, you can turn them into jam. Yeah. So anyway, oh my gosh, look at this.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's so perfect. That's like perfect.
To me, that hobo is like a travel wallet.
Yeah,
so you can put your passport in it.
Yeah. Oh, and weirdness. Okay, so it's been like, I don't know. It's been so long since I've been on an airplane. I didn't know that there's these like, you don't stand in line to talk to a human. You stand and you go to a machine kiosk. You put in your reservation number or whatever, scan a QR code or whatever, and it spits out your boarding pass and it spits out your luggage tag. And then you take your luggage to the human, right? And then they scan the boarding pass, they scan the luggage, and I took my vintage Hartman luggage.
How did you?
It is the best freaking piece of luggage. Now it's a little finicky. The arms sometimes don't want it. They have to be just plumb to extend, but they were made with actual metal. So my luggage with very little packed in it was 27 pounds.
Whoa.
It's a metal frame and it's tweed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good piece of luggage. It's awesome. And I was like, well, I've always been kind of precious with it, but I'm like, you know what? If it busts, it busts. At least it gets one last hurrah, right? And no one else is going to have that piece of luggage. So it's going to be able to be found. No one's going to steal it. It's very it's a moment, okay? And this is a Hartman luggage before Samsonite bought them. So this is Ashley Hartman. So we took, Katie says I'm allergic to Arizona. Every time I cross the border to Arizona, sniffles start. That's because everybody who moved to Arizona brought the trees with them that make you sneeze. Legit. No joke. So anyway, my Hartman luggage, it has a 2-inch extender. And I don't think I'm not going to need that because I packed very minimum. This is the first time I've actually packed in such a way that was actually like, I have a washing machine. It'll be fine. I know I'm going to buy some t-shirts. It will be fine. I bought this t-shirt at the Coca-Cola store. And so I needed the 2-inch extender.
The stuff you bought?
It's for the stuff I bought. So I didn't buy a ton of stuff, but the 4 t-shirts, these are 3X t-shirts, 2X t-shirts. They take up space. When you're an extra small, that's like, just like, think of like a quarter of this t-shirt versus my t-shirt, right? So fabric is fabric, volume is volume. And so anyhow, I'm packing my suitcase. I use the extender, and I'm just like, my suitcase, this suitcase rocks. This is such a good, the zipper's better made, the fabric is better made, you can feel the construction. Like, I've never had a suitcase that has the interior structure this has. It has these little side zippers for little pockets so you can add and slip all these little things so it's all nice and neat. It's just brilliant. I have a lot of luggage, y'all. I do. I love luggage. It's this thing that came naturally from my grandparents to my father. We've always spent a mint and a fortune on luggage. We've always bought Samsonite. We've always bought good hard cases. Jennifer bought a new wallet finally. You know how we said that she only had one wallet? Well, she's on my group.
I had 3 wallets.
Now
This
she
is
has
now
3
4
wallets. So Jennifer's like, why didn't you tell me about this wallet? Because Jennifer, that wallet came out 2 years ago. I didn't. This is before she was in her phase of.
Jackie, I've always liked strawberries.
Well, yeah, but I didn't think you. I honestly didn't think you were going to go for this wallet. You know, I would have said something about strawberry. Because this is an outlet collection. It doesn't have I was looking to see if it had a where the cereal sticker is somewhere in here. Somewhere in here, it's cereal.
It had its own tags.
Oh, here's the cereal thing.
Yeah.
Does it have the code on there? No, this one's made in. Normally they're made in Vietnam. You're made in the Philippines. So anyway, this started when I was 9, when no one moved there. Oh wow, maybe you're just allergic to Arizona. You know, so because I didn't have allergies till I moved to Texas, I was fine. 5 years into Texas, and it's like, so this is Jennifer. Jennifer fell in love with this, and Jennifer's like, "Did I pay too much?" I'm like, "No, you paid a great price because these were sold for $150."
It was
outlet. Yeah,
the tag was still on it.
Yeah.
I thought it was pre-loved. It was new.
People buy small wallets because they love the theming.
I like small wallets because they fit in my small bag.
Yeah. But then people want card cases, which are even smaller than small wallets. I use all the whole run. I use big wallets, little wallets, card cases. The only thing I don't do is like in this, because I would use this as a catch-all more than anything. Like, so when anything has these card spaces, I never use them because I would put my other wallet in or my other card cases because I switch out too much.
That makes sense
because I don't live in anything, especially something like this that's more. And it's supposed to be put your cards in here. It's supposed to be a little clutch moment. No, this is my put stuff in my bag. You know,
that's my airline and my passport bag.
Yeah. Oh, and it was so funny. I was watching. Okay, y'all. I haven't watched that much YouTube, but sound off. Have you noticed that YouTube land with our lovely luxury community is a little bit on sad? They're on sad mode. Like, I don't know. Like, no more Birkins, and they're talking about how.
Why no more Birkins? What's going on?
Okay, apparently the luxury bag community has decided that luxury bags are out. They're too expensive. They're boring. I don't love them. Let me sell off my collection. It has nothing to do with the State of the Union. Of course it does. So people are saying, we don't want to buy this. I'm like, no, because they keep raising the prices, and who wants a $10,000 Chanel classic flap? And they probably have 5 classic flaps already, right? So they don't want to buy anymore because they bought it when the classic flap was $3,000. Now it's $10,000. And I'm like, I don't want to keep buying this bag. I love this bag, but I'm not gonna pay $10,000 when I bought you for $3,000 like 5 years ago. I just think people are tired of the price increases. I don't think they're tired of luxury. Oh, and the tariffs. I mean, there's the tariff thing. And there's the whole, if you're only looking at bags that come from, other countries, which, let's face it, even American companies, the bags are made in China. I said, I don't understand, because Louis Vuitton has a plant right here in Texas. I don't know about y'all, but our Tundras, the Toyota Tundra, it's made right here in Texas. Like, I know it's a Japanese company, but the truck's made right here in Texas.
The chassis is made in Mexico. They're put up here, and then they make the skin.
Scott says, yes, I always get my twin a small to medium D&B zip around. He has a twin, not identical, because she doesn't use a purse bag. Yeah. He's my, we love it. We have a Dooney love, okay? Tara's tried of forking out big bucks for less quality. Scott says, but why not be genuine about it as supposed to formulate story time for review? Yes, that's my problem.
Just say what it is.
Well, okay, Deb from Wild Unfiltered, she just posted a video today. I haven't been watching her stuff for a long time now because it's all kind of clickbaity and it's a little frustrating. I'm not enjoying her vibe. So anyway, she she posted this video today. Coach, you have my attention.
Oh, I saw that you
Yeah, I posted
posted
that in
that,
the group because this is the same Deb who says she didn't like Coach. She doesn't like Coach because of the big C on it. Although she's sitting with capucines with a big LV on them. And she has Hermes bags too, that have labels all over them. So, but Coach C logo, that one C is not nice enough. The double C's, like Chanel, that's okay. But Coach with one C is.
Was that her take on this?
That's what it was before.
And now it's like,
and now, because everybody's loving Coach and
because it's affordable.
Well, not just that. All the it bags right now are Coach because everybody wants it. They're selling out. Like you can't, even if you want them, you can't get them.
What's
if you
the
want that
bag right now?
the giant Kiss Lock
Oh, I
bag.
don't like that.
But I'm picking. You would never use that.
I hate it.
And then there's
you love it.
And then like the tabby bags, the Empire bag. All of these bags have become like the bag everyone wants. Everyone wants the Dino bag. It's $1,000
I like the Dino bag. You can put a lipstick in there.
Oh no, that's a little one. They have the giant one.
I saw the giant one. It didn't look like you can put much in it.
Anyway, they're the bags people want. Shush. Don't yuck or yum. The chain tabby. All these beautiful bags are coming out that it's just people want them. And people aren't doing that for Louis Vuitton. People aren't doing that for the Chanel 25, that just came out. Actually, I think the Chanel 25, all of the media looks okay. I don't like the bag. Okay? So anyway, everybody is going on. So Deb, I'm like, oh, Deb, I see how you've changed your tune. I didn't say anything because I don't want to be that person, but it's so funny because I was looking at my analytics because Winnie will always say, if you listen to Winnie and Dawn Loves Couture, they'll always say the best views on their channel. Now, I think Dawn has over 2,500 or more people, and Winnie has like 10,000 people. I don't know how big their channels are, but they will always tell you that the most views on their videos always if they show a Coach bag. And I'm like, it can't be right. So I went back and looked at my video numbers. I'm like, they're right. If I put the word Coach in any of my videos, twice the views. If I put the word Dooney, if I put the word thrift, if I put the word, what's the other one that gets pretty bad? Vera Bradley. It's like
Vera Bradley's completely out.
It's like half the
saturated.
Half the amount of views as what I view. If I even, and I got hate on my gift mail. I don't know why people get mad about that one.
Why do you hate on gift mail? What's gift mail? People gave you a gift?
Somebody gave me the gifts. They sent me a gift.
And why would someone be upset about that?
I don't know. They didn't like my luggage tags, which, by the way, were awesome and worked out great. Scott says, Marilla says, wait. Katie says, people were losing their shit over the mini Trader Joe's tote bag. Yes, the tote bag that you can get, the reusable bag out of the grocery store. That's what the Keith uses. That's what people are using. Because they're so over the luxury anything, because they're like, you know what? I just need a bag that holds things, Morel says, hard to get certain Coach like the Kiss Lock. Yes, it is. Jolie says, they keep changing their colors too. Yes. Like this tote bag. This is like Jennifer bought this for me. I love this thing. How much was this?
$7.
$7.
You know how many of these I own in every color and every style? I'm a school teacher.
This is what people want now.
You need tote bags. And I like cotton, and I use these for groceries.
Yeah. And then Scott says, that's what I so enjoy about you, Jackie. You don't move styles wiles like way to the wind or blowing. Yeah, no. At your core, good quality and have a great taste and you keep it real. Yeah, totally. Like, I like a well-made bag. I don't care whose name. By the way, if you guys can see Autumn Beckman's video, Autumn is not my favorite presenter, but she's very thorough, right? So she did this video on Kate Spade. Kate Spade has a Target collaboration.
I saw it.
I want the
green.
I want the raffia bag.
Now,
And
is it launched already? Did I miss it?
I don't think it launches until the 17th. Something like that. My friend texted me. Let me see. So anyway, some of you have to be in person.
Drops tomorrow.
Drops tomorrow. So some of you have to get in person. Some of you have to get in the store. But everything's $50 and under. Right? Brilliant.
When they did the Diane von Furstenberg, I literally went the day it launched and couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
Because it was sold out. Sold out.
But so here's the thing with Kate Spade. People don't realize this, but almost a lot of the bags in Kate Spade collection, especially the outlet, is PU leather.
Mm-hmm.
It is. My elephant bag, which is Kate Spade retail, their boutique, it is leather exterior, PU interior. And you have to read really far down in there to find that. So finally, they put these really cool bags at a price point that they really should be. They're plastic. I don't think you should be paying over $50 for a polyurethane bag. Yes, there's stitching and manufacturing and labor costs.
I think the one for Target's going to be canvas.
Probably, but the leather parts that look leather are probably going to be PU.
Yeah.
But who cares? So launches tomorrow at 3 a.m. Eastern Midnight. West Coast.
Kate Spade makes really great pearl jewelry, and I have been coveting them for years. And now they have a $10 pair of earrings that I think we need to
Those are fabulous. Look at these earrings, y'all.
I think we're going to go to Target tomorrow.
Oops. Yep. At some point.
We're going to Target. I'm going to Target. You don't have to. I'm going to go.
I'll probably be asleep and you'll be coming back like, I bought this thing, because this is what happens. Jen's like,
I don't sleep. I'm not a normal person.
She doesn't sleep. And I sleep a lot. So it's been rough going.
So basically, I'm on a sleep deficit all the time.
But with the pugs, it was even more extreme.
Had headaches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but I think Kate Spade, now sometimes a collab like this with Kate Spade, with Target can be the death knell. But I don't think so. It's not like it's Kohl's. This is Target. Target has a cult following.
Yes.
Cult following.
Katie, it's like a small run. Like it's like a tiny little snap it. Like it's like a moment for literally a moment, and then it's out the door.
Yeah, it's not hanging out forever. So Katie says people were lining up at 6 a.m. to get them. They're $2.99. I bought 3, but the tote bag, the Trader Joe's bag, didn't spend a lot of time waiting. Yeah, yep. Katie says I don't like the Target collabs. They're crap. I've donated every bag I've gotten. But that's the thing.
They're trendy.
They're trendy.
They're like for the summer, and then they're gone. You don't need.
That's the problem with the generation that really likes Target, is that they will not agree with me, but it is fast fashion. Because everybody thinks fast fashion is AliExpress and Temu and all those other things. Like, no, it's Walmart and Target. It's the same thing. When you have a collection coming out every other week, you are fast fashion. That's just, I don't think there's any slow fashion anymore. Like, I remember when
they're all short runs now.
Yeah.
They don't do restocks.
Yeah.
It's not a classic. I mean, there's a few stores that do that. Don't get me wrong, like there's like a staple, but not like they used to. Well, Talbot still does it.
Talbot's is old people store.
Well, okay, yes.
Talbot and Anne Klein and like
the old people stores still have staples and classics and styles that sell.
J. Crew.
And Chico still has those main staples too.
I mean, a white button-down blouse is a white button-down blouse. There's only so much you can.
Yes, there is. We'll argue about that one.
I wear t-shirts. Okay. What are your thoughts about Kate Spade after she sold in 2017, brand or quality wise?
Oh, the quality went down.
Oh yeah, quality went down.
The look is cute.
Same thing with Michael Kors, and I love Michael Kors.
Wait, when did he sell?
He didn't sell, but his quality. Michael Kors and Kate Spade are owned by the same parent group.
When did that happen?
A long time ago, and they also own Liz Claiborne, and I can't remember.
I do not like Liz Claiborne. FYI,
that went down too. That went down too. Like the old Liz Claiborne, not even close to what Liz Claiborne is today. I don't even think make.
I'm not sure it's still around.
Yeah, but it's owned by the same Capri. It's Capri Holdings.
Did you know I met Mark Kors' mom? when I worked at Nordstrom's. We did they came in at our store, and he was supposed to come too, but he couldn't make it, so I met Mom. Very into everything. She was fantastic.
That's so cool. That's really cool. Like, so she was in your section? That's so cool. That I did not know that. I worry about Dooney if they sometimes ever have. Oh yeah. As soon as
Wait,
Peter
someone's
Dooney,
gonna buy them?
no, Peter Dooney still okay. Whenever the creator is still living, and they still have control of their brand, the brand is awesome. As soon as they kind of cash out and sell their brands, like Karl Lagerfeld, and he was still alive when he did that, it went downhill. Kate Spade went downhill. The name's still their name, but they're not the creative force behind it. Now, I'm not sure what's the deal with Mr. Michael Kors because he's still head of that, but whatever. So the thing with Kate Spade and Michael Kors is they have an outlet, only made for outlet, and most companies do now. That really, I think, devalues that exclusivity of what it was like when you would only buy at Saks. There was a time you could only get Michael Kors, you could only get Kate Spade at a high-end luxury department store. And then they had their individual stores, and then they started making for outlet because they wanted to make it more accessible, but then they oversaturated with the
Well, I think
with
their
the
outlet was more cutesy.
yeah.
It wasn't classic.
No, it wasn't classic, but the quality, people would buy it because they know, oh, Kate Spade is great quality. They would buy the outlet version of it, decide that the quality isn't as good as they thought it was, and they never graduate to that next step up. So instead of getting that client in and bringing them in and drawing them in to go into the boutique, so if you get that brand loyalty with something small, like get you in the door, and then you keep them coming back and you keep them going and you keep going them up and level as their income changes and they keep going. That's how brand loyalty works, is they want you to become a brand loyalist, and then you keep buying all their stuff because you love it. But if you buy the stuff at the bottom basement and you decide this is not really good quality, you're never going to try the next level up, which is, I mean, that's just nature. It was too far of a departure between the levels. It was not a good, bridge there. Oh, and then, yeah, well, Jolie, she died. Yeah, Kate Spade died. But she sold her company before she died. That company was having her name. Bobbi Brown did the same thing with her cosmetic company, too. I worry about, Dooney. Katie says, I bought into the collab with Diana von Furstenberg. I should have returned them. I snipped the tags and then went to Goodwill 2 weeks later. Really?
I did not buy the bags. I bought the clothes.
Yeah, the
I
clothes,
bought
the wrap dress. Scott says, yes, I went into the Dooney store in a neighboring town around Xmas and bought a new leather belt. Such high quality.
I'm looking for belts for my husband. They're really hard to find.
I have a thing with Dooney. I know as soon as Dooney Senior passes or somebody else takes control of the company, there's no way they can keep selling the quality of bags they're selling at the price point they're selling them at. That's the same price point you get polyurethane bags now.
Mm-hmm.
If you get any bag under $300, you better look at that tag if there's any leather on that bag.
This is why I thrift.
Yeah.
Because I am cheap.
Yeah. Honestly,
I like Portland leather because I just like the price and I like unfinished leather.
But even those bags, they're $150, $200. And those are unfinished.
I like the unfinished.
Rough.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking at a bag at a department store and it says $300, you better look at that label. Are you cow leather? Are you vegan leather? Or apple leather, which is like the new leather. It's a new thing. Apple leather is a brand selling for apple leather now. It's a type of fruit. They use fruit to make a material. Anything where
it sounds like it's going to disintegrate in 5 years.
If you can homogenize and extrude a material, it is cheaper than having to grow it on a cow. And then even though it's a product of the meat industry, you still have to have each of those hides go through a process, right? You have to buy it from the provider. You have to have it tanned and then processed. And then there's waste involved. Not every piece of that hide is used, So there's even the same thing like with cotton. It's why all the shirts are made with polyester, because it's a synthetic fiber where it's made from a petroleum product. If y'all didn't know, cotton, you have to grow it. You have to have land, you have to grow it, there's sun and water and harvesting, and then you get to market, you have to finish it, then you have to take it and have it manufactured and made into thread and woven in the fabric. That's a lot. Whereas with polyester, it's just extruded. It's a chemical process, and
You're wearing plastic.
yeah, you're wearing plastic. I'm fine.
And I am not.
She's not.
No.
Even my Dooney leather boat shoes, which I wear all summer long for years, they look like the day I bought them. Yeah, good quality leather because they don't shave down all the leather and all the layers down, so it's too thin. Okay, so I love the look of the Coach Brooklyn bag. I don't like what they did to the leather on the interior, and I know why they did it. They did it so it'd be more lightweight because it's a big bag. If that bag had more weight on the leather, you wouldn't want to carry that bag.
Do you know the reason I don't carry it? I think of the Florentine, the one from
what?
Benjamin Burke.
What about
It's too heavy. I have the big one.
You don't carry it?
I have 2 of them, and I love them, but I don't wear them very much.
I am so not giving you your Christmas gift now.
Is it the same bag?
Pull open that box. So what I bought for Jennifer's Christmas is no longer her Christmas gift. It's not leaving my house.
No!
Open it.
Is it pink?
Open it.
If it's pink, I want it!
You said you don't carry your Florentine bag.
I'm opening it. I know it's pink. No, I want it. But wear it only twice a year.
If you put a guitar strap on those bags, it changes the entire
Then
distribution of weight.
yes, I will wear it.
If you put a different strap, not the leather strap, especially on the Florentine bag, is a entirely game changer. And now I have just told her all 3 gifts I have for her. She now knows what they are.
Okay, I'll forget.
I'll have to find a strap for that bag now. I can't believe this. Okay. It's fine. This is why I don't keep secrets. This is why you never tell me secrets. I am the worst. The worst. Jen talking about not carrying her Florentine bag. We need to have a conversation, right? So if that's a problem, okay, the large Florentine bag. I understand the large Florentine satchel bag. It is heavy because of the strap is thin. You put a guitar strap on that bag, make it a little shorter so the distributional weight's differently, you will love that bag. But so for all the people who are naysayers, if you have one, try it that way first. Now, I have dorked up shoulders. They suck, okay? I have arthritis in them. I've had surgery on them. I love a shoulder bag. I will carry that bag with a tiny wallet. That's why I change out my bags all the time. It's because if I live in a bag, more and more stuff I feel like, and I feel compelled, like, oh, I can't live without that. I have to have my tissues and 15 lipsticks with me. I don't. I need 1 lipstick, 1 thing of tissues, and my little wallet, right? And I don't care if my bag's this big. I have the 1 little wallet, and that's what I carry. I just love the look of a large bag. So I just carry a large bag because I love them, you know? Anyway. That's what I'm saying. You can still carry the Florentine. People say, well, it's 3 pounds. Yes, it's 3 pounds. Now, put a wallet and a lipstick in there. Enjoy it. Don't keep putting more stuff in there. Don't take the agenda book. Don't take, 3 backups or whatever you need, or a power brick or 15 cables. Just because it fits doesn't mean it needs to be carried. Anyway, yeah. So I can see why this is a common problem with bags with this type of handle. Let me show you guys. The Bandit Hobo is thick pebbled leather with 100% suede lining, heavier than the Brooklyn. Yeah, because that's why. And the Bandit is not as big as the Brooklyn. I would love to get a Bandit, but they're still pricey. But they had to do it the way they did it with the Brooklyn because to make it wearable. And to make a bag that large to be a slouchy, relaxed looking, that size of a bag, they couldn't put a lining in it. So they shaved it down to a thinner layer of leather. I just don't like the way they did it. I like the way they do it with the suede, more sueded, less shaved down. But this is a common problem with rolled handles that do this, that have edge coat on them. They start to fray, the edge coat starts coming off, and this is what's happening here. And it's probably why somebody got rid of this bag. It's actually an easy fix. You just have to sand down the edge coat and then apply new edge coat. It's a little bit of effort, but your bag keeps going. Don't get rid of your bag just because of the edge coat. This is something or just take it off. It's just the edge coating is just the put a smooth edge on the leather. Excuse me, are you talking about me carrying everything in the kitchen sink? Well, maybe when I said agenda, yes, but see, you don't carry those bags on your shoulder most of the time. You hand carry them, and that's different. That's a different weight distribution. But I have crappy shoulders, so I can't carry them like that. Craig's been lurking. Hey, Alyssa! Oh my gosh, I have not seen you in forever. Oh, I was telling you guys that the Dawn's Donuts, Maria Loves Luxury, Cammy's Closet, Missy's Luxury, I don't know why I keep forgetting her name. They all did a meetup. And I'm sure you'll see some video, but not much video. Isn't that cool? So then I did a meetup with Jolie. So we had 2 days of fun. I kind of traumatized her. If we do meet, which we will meet Jolie again because we're going back to Florida forever. We're going to just hang out at her house because I'm not sure Florida or Orlando was her jam. Okay, I know for a fact it wasn't her jam. So next time we're going to hang out at her house and watch the chickens because that's our jam. We just hang out and talk anyway. So it'd be a lot more fun to do it and watch the chickens. So, and they're getting bigger. If you're not following her chicken updates, it's so much fun. My friends here in town, they want chickens also. I love chickens. I know they're messy, dirty birds. I don't care. I think they're cute. Okay, maybe not the roosters. Roosters, not so much. The hens are adorable. I love them. So anyway, we've been chatting for 2 hours. And I have a headache. I probably am underhydrated because it's been a long day. So I woke up and went to work, hung out in Houston, had lunch with the big wig boss. Let's see. Drove 4 hours home. No, 4 hours to Austin to drop off equipment to get our car, transfer all our stuff over to our car, and then drive another hour to get to my house. So, it's been a long day. I'm so glad you're able to spend some quality time. Oh, Jolie's awesome. We got to spend 2 days. It was really cool. And it was really fun because our husbands were kind of, here's the thing, guys. It's so funny. Caitlin was like, are we going to wait for Jolie? I'm like, what? Wait, huh? It's like, we're going to the park. We need to wait for Jolie. She's just staying here so she can drive down to Miami. I know we're going to leave her. I'm not that, y'all. If you are friends, you are family. You are no longer guests. Like, maybe if it was like a and that's a Jolie, so Caitlin's kind of like, but that's like, hey, look, it's like, Jolie is an adult. She can take care of herself. She has a car. This is her home state. She knows where to go. It's cool. But she's like, is she gonna be okay? I'm like, she's gonna be fine. It's like, because I'm that friend that I did take my meds. Thank you for reminding me. I do my own thing. I actually feel kind of guilty a lot with.
Do you really?
Well, not with you. When I pawn off James to Caitlin, because Caitlin, she's a social person like you are. She needs to have people with her doing stuff. There is no individual time. She's really concerned about other people being comfortable and having what they need, like hospitality, right? And I'm like, if you're hungry, say something. If you say nothing, you're going to starve. If you want something to drink, there is the kitchen, there are the glasses, and that's my refrigerator. Open and take whatever you want. That's how I view this. That's the house rules. If you're waiting for me to offer you a beverage, you're just going to die of dehydration. if you want a specific beverage and I don't have it, well, there's the corner store. Like, seriously, I don't have it in me to worry about other people. It's like, this is why I'm not a parent. It's like, not a good parent. Um, you have to care about others. I'm just like, oh, you're thirsty? Well, there's water. There's like, And James is the opposite. James is like, he will sit there and die of thirst before he asks anybody if I can have a glass of water in someone's home. I'm like, James, this isn't someone's home. This is family. And he's like, you just go into the kitchen and grab a glass of water. And she's like, so Jolie and I, which was so funny, Jolie and I were, we shared the bed because the runners were in one room and we were in the other room. And James was like, are you okay with this? And I'm like, I'm Asian. It's like, we have 4 people in the bed and 2 people on the floor. It's like, I don't care. Maybe she might care, but she didn't care. So like, you don't mind sharing a bed because it's fine. Because it's like, if you go visit a Thai family member and they're a family member and you don't stay in their home and sleep on their couch, you've offended them for like ever. And they won't tell it to your face, by the way. They will say, oh, and then they will tell your mother.
Mm-hmm. Or your auntie.
Or the auntie, yes. But if they tell your mother, and then mom calls, you went to go see so-and-so, and you didn't stay at their house, and you didn't go visit, and I can't, and how are you my daughter, blah, blah. I was like, oh my God. So it's like, I just wanted to sleep. I didn't think about that. I'm American, Mom. So I blame all of my bad Asianness on my white husband. So I say, also James, he didn't want to sleep and he doesn't understand Thai culture. We just got a hotel. You still hear it though. You still get that. Like, where was it that you had to sleep on? Like how many people were with you when you went to go see P. Dang's house? Like you didn't even get a couch.
I think there was 9 of us. No, there was like 5 of us. There was 5 of us. But there was like 9 people in the house.
Yeah. So Scott says, I am Martha Stewart. Your first visit and then your next visit, you're like family, make yourself at home, right? I just tell people flat out, if you're coming to my house, I have dogs, I have clutter, I have dust. If you are a neat freak, do not come to my house. We can meet somewhere else. Because my house will give you anxiety. It really will. And this is Alyssa says, same. Whoever can sleep, just find a spot. Yeah. Like you were literally expected to sleep on the floor. Like literally. It doesn't matter. If you come to visit and you're in their hometown and you don't visit, like, what was it? It says, don't put that on social media. Like, what? Why? What? Nobody can know we visited. We went to their hometown and we did things and they don't know we're here, and don't you dare post that anywhere on social media. It never happened. Because what happens is my family friend will see my post and will call my cousin, who will call my mother, and then my mother will text me on the family post. Jackie, were you in Florida?
What? Oh, because you didn't go see. Oh no.
She didn't do that, but she did click on a couple posts, so she does know. And Kodashalom clicked on a couple posts, and my Thai food post got a couple posts. So yeah, the grapevine is grapevining. So I'm expecting the call from my mother, like, you went to Florida and you didn't go see Allie? Like, we didn't go to Tampa, Mom. Katie says that's why I can't visit Sylvie. That's why we can't go to Thailand.
Oh, I don't want to go to Thailand. Mm-mm.
I will get grief for not visiting family. I don't know. Yeah, family, I don't know. Cousins, I don't know. As I told, like, my aunt, my mom was number 15 out of 17 kids. The only one left is her younger brother. Everybody else is gone. And even their children, some of their children our first cousins have passed.
Our favorite cousins are gone.
Yeah, so we have cousins we don't know what exists.
And they try to kill us as kids, so hello.
Yeah.
Our cousins were terrible at, what did they say? The city girls, the rich city girls.
Kunying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, I don't need to find y'all.
Well, when I say they try to kill us, I mean, running through the elephant grass in the swamp and then going swimming in the river with all the dangerous poisonous snakes, that's just normal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were the idiots that went and did these things.
Because they wanted to see if we would do them.
And of course we did. Or, hey, try this chili pepper. It'll be great. And you try the smallest chili pepper there is because it's small. And then you realize that's the hottest pepper there is. And they laugh at the poor kids. It's like that. That was us. Only
Gazillion cousins.
Gazillion cousins. Yeah. So many cousins. Cousins I don't know. Of course, since we're the, the little misses, essentially, we're always like, oh, they want to see, they don't want to see us. All they want to do is sit there and complain about, oh, they're so heavy, they're so pretty, but they weigh so much. Oh my gosh, my poor mother is just like, I don't want to hear it one more time. It's like, if I've been called pretty little elephant one more time, it's like, they're so pretty, they're just a cute little elephant. Like, y'all, it's not really a compliment. Scott says one time my mom's brother sent his son over from the UK to the States, showed up on our doorsteps without even the call from my uncle, and stayed for 3 months.
Yeah. That's a long time.
We don't get Christmas cards after that one. No. We call the uncle and says, excuse me. This is how we don't. This is no. Say for me. It's why you so big? Yes, exactly. And why did you so much? And then I look at my mom like, did you know I had to eat? Right? That you didn't do this. It's like, I mean, it was I as an American, I said that. As an Asian kid, that is a major no. You do not do that. But I talk back because in America, you're encouraged to speak, and in Asia, you're encouraged to shut up. It's like, as an Asian kid, you have like 2 personas. How you act with the elders and how you act with everybody else. And then like who you really are, and then who you are with your family, because they're not the same person.
Oh, I just remembered. Somebody asked me about the movie Adolescence. Was those people in this group?
Yes.
Are they here now?
I don't know. I don't remember who asked, but yes, it was our group. What about the movie? Did you watch it?
Did I tell you what happened last week?
No.
So the movie Adolescence starts out with a kid getting arrested who was I want to say 13-year-old boy because he was suspicious of a violent crime of murder.
Oh, suspicion. Yeah, okay.
Well, he was arrested, so innocent until proven guilty, but with evidence, right? So it's going through all this stuff, right? And I only watched like 2.5 episodes, and I turned it off. You want to know why? Because remember that someone had said that was the most accurate depiction of adolescents of their school life, right? Well, I work in an underprivileged, social economic disadvantage, blah blah blah, Title I, blah blah blah. My student, I can say his name, but I'm not going to, was murdered last week after school, getting off the bus, set up by his best friend. His best friend flagged down the 3 cars waiting for him, shot him down. Down the street was a middle school bus that had late drop-off. The middle school children, I saw it.
Saw that news report. That's
my child.
That was your student?
That was my student.
Why did they do that?
I've had him for 2 years.
Do they know why?
Yeah, he was in the middle school gang. He went to alternative high school. They asked him to push drugs because he was a drug pusher at the high school. He didn't push enough drugs. This was the retaliation. His best friend set him up, and other children murdered him.
Well, just like that, I get demonetized.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Is that a bad thing?
You're not supposed to talk about real life on YouTube.
Because you can erase that?
Like, nah, I'm not going to. It's fine.
Oh, well,
I mean, if I get reported, we know why.
No, the whole reason I brought that up is because they asked me had I seen the movie.
Well, it's real life, but on YouTube land, everything's censored because it has to everything be Mr. Ad friendly. It has to be ad friendly for every general audience. And oh my gosh, you can't even say certain words. And if you're reading court documents that have these crimes in there, and you're just reading it and reporting a crime or a news,
well, that explains why some of my favorite people are off YouTube now. Well.
It's tough. Do they have counselors in the school?
Yes, we had. Yeah. I had a counselor because he's my kid. I've had him for 2 years, and so we had a whole bunch of support.
Family.
But what was really scary is that the middle school counselors called the high school's counselors. Like, why didn't you tell us? They're like, what do you mean? How did the kids even know? And then that's how we found out the timing of the buses had overlapped.
So the middle school kids saw the
Witnessed it.
Oh man,
Because they weren't supposed to.
And this is their feeder school. This is a school they're going to be going to. That's tough. I don't
know how many years I've been there, since 2015. This is the 4th occasion of this event. And
that's about 4 too many.
It's heartbreaking.
Mhm.
And it was just like it's never
Yeah, Katie says true crime channels do Patreon on a similar. Yeah, because if you're pretty much demonetized from YouTube AdSense, you have to have the people viewing you support you because they're like, oh, you can't talk about anything that's real.
Wow.
YouTube.
Anyways, the
freedom of speech.
The film that we're talking about, is very accurate.
Scary. I am so happy I was a kid in high school in the 90s when we didn't have the interwebs, we didn't have cell phones. Cell phones were around, but they were so expensive nobody had them. I didn't have a cell phone until college. I mean, computers were still. We remember we're of the dinosaur age when we had Windows, the first versions, Windows 98. Windows 98. We had rotary phones that went to touch tone phones. Yep. We're of that vintage where typewriters were still cool. They were being phased out to word processors. Well, and then they got phased out to computers. But still, that's why I'm involved with the nonprofit in cities like Los Angeles trying to help break the cycle. Seeing success stories is truly heartwarming. Yes. And it's true. You have to have interventions because it is systemic. It is their friends and their friends. And it's a way to get money. And money, I mean, people they do want to work, but the wage gap is really hard to, you can make XYZ dollars or like.
They're still children. They don't really understand. They're very young.
Yeah, they're kids.
And they were indoctrinated in this when they were very little.
Anyway, the puppies just came to see us because puppies are saying it's bedtime. Oh my gosh, is it really almost midnight?
Yes, I'm in my pajamas.
Okay, we're going to bed now. Y'all, this is me overtired Jackie. I'm going to bed. We will talk later. Bye, guys.
So we can't edit that out?